Hello, 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 and welcome to yet another Q&A Thursday where we're back, baby. That's right.
Ooh.
You got Dane Hennon in the middle, Levi Gates on the right, and Anthony Fisher over there on the left.
Man, you're like yelling.
You're bringing the energy.
We're bringing in the intensity. The guys didn't know I was going to do that. But,
He's like screaming.
welcome back.
It's
because fun. So
here's what it is.
Yeah.
It's because you and I aren't wearing headphones. That's why.
Everything's a
Dane
little
has
muffled
headphones on, so
for
he's
me.
just screaming.
Yeah.
He's like my daughter at the library.
absolutely just raging.
What? What did you guys say?
That was nice broadcast.
No,
music.
but thank you, Dane. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Great
Gracious
introduction.
I want to make sure everybody at the beginning of this is awake.
So
Okay.
we do have a special guest coming in the second hour.
Yeah.
So we're very excited to have them. We're back, guys. We're back.
Yeah.
First Q&A back since
3 weeks?
our trip. Yeah, it's been 3 weeks.
It's been a minute.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? So
We got a lot
Feels
of
good to be
people.
back. We're in an ice cold room here in the
yeah, that's very
podcast
nice.
studio.
I got the fan this time.
It's a hot-
the
it's-
first
he
time I've
does.
ever gotten a fan.
It's a hot day outside, right?
Yeah, and we
So
don't have AC in this building.
You should enjoy that fan.
Oh, we have
there.
AC in this building.
In one room.
This part of it.
Yeah, we do. So
Yeah.
Because the server
I'm
gets hot,
enjoying
not
this
'cause
fan,
people
even
get
though
hot.
I don't need it. I'm actually getting cold. I might shut it off.
you could almost
Really?
say that
Oh,
it's
please
your
don't shut it
only
off.
fan.
It's my only fan.
Bad joke. Anyways,
okay.
so
housekeeping.
picking it up with some housekeeping, right? Hopefully you guys enjoyed the main show's big recap. Is what that was. It was
yeah.
almost 2 hours long.
That was almost 2 hours long.
That was 2
Yeah.
hours long.
It was a long
very long.
podcast, and we had a lot to cover. And so, and we probably didn't cover, as weird as it is, we went to excruciating detail,
Yeah.
but I don't think we said every single thing that happened. But there's actually a good chunk of the trip we actually left out for
Yes. That's
other,
that's to be revealed at a later date.
other reasons.
Yeah.
But no, it feels good to be back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And then we had some videos coming out. So we kind of, we don't want to, how do I say this? We feel kind of bad that the Waxstock video wasn't as
in depth.
in-depth as what people may have hoped for. I know a lot of people enjoyed it and a lot of
Yeah.
people appreciate it.
Did you save the live that you did?
I saved both lives we did.
Perfect.
And that was where we really did our in-depth.
Yeah, and so really it was kind of an in-the-moment thing. Me and Dane went live, and we were live for almost 2 hours there at
Yeah.
Waxstock. And
So where do people find that if they want to watch it?
I was thinking, actually, no, I was having this conversation
Because I'm
with
sure there are
Glenn
people that
yesterday.
are going to want to actually
Yes.
watch that live.
I had this exact conversation with
Should've
Glenn
gone
yesterday,
live on
and she
Facebook.
told me, "Oh no, the video quality is terrible. You don't want to do that." And I'm like, "But what if we remix the audio to work nice and mono signal so that both channels get the same audio, so nobody wearing one earphone is only going to hear half the conversation?" We lay it out there, and I'm able to actually put the original stream as they exist on
Yeah.
Instagram
They
onto
put it on the podcast
Rag
channel.
Company podcast YouTube
I like that
channel.
idea.
I think that'd be a good home for that.
Uh-huh.
So,
Would be a good home.
if you're
And I think
interested
people would wanna
in
see it.
catching up on that,
Yeah.
I would be happy to post those directly from my phone where I've saved them
Nice.
onto
Good
the
work, Dane.
podcast
I like that.
channel. So,
sounds like a
if
good
you're
idea.
not subscribed to the Rag Company podcast channel, I'm asking you right now, go subscribe to
Because
it so you
we
don't miss
like
it
to
if I
add
post
fun
it
stuff there. You know?
Yeah.
We do. And so, but we had a lot of fun doing that. I mean, but the actual recap, I mean, guys, there was so much other, and we took a ton of footage. It's just, it was a lot of cars. It was,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to like portray an event like that
Yeah.
through
to frame it
The lens.
and,
through the
and
lens,
just like
yeah.
if I'd sat down with John and had a conversation for like 10 or 15 minutes and done it that way, but he was busy. I wasn't going to bother the guy on the day. We had other opportunities, but once again, the whole trip was moving, so there wasn't a lot of opportunity to sit aside and just go, all right, let's just sit in a room and talk for a little bit, and then I'll use this audio later for that.
Yeah.
So that was a taste of it. However, I think on this travel vlog, I'm going to make sure that Glenn or whoever edits this one, because I can't, because I will be slow. I will be methodically accurate, but I would be very slow. So we'll have one of the others do it, but I will watch over their shoulder occasionally, make sure we're getting the trip as it really happened.
Abin.
But
For people.
I mean, really,
Yeah.
best thing that you probably guys missed out on was the fact that me and Levi drinking Iron Brew in the TRC booth, TRC Clean
Such a
Shiny
good day.
booth.
Courtesy
Good day.
of Graham.
Courtesy
Yeah.
of Graham Marshall.
A whole case.
A whole case.
of
We
Iron
killed
Brew
that
Extra.
whole case before we got on the plane.
Amazing.
Crazy.
Graham,
I
we
mean,
literally killed. I cracked that last can open as I was walking down the escalator or the elevator
was a close
to go
call,
catch our Uber to the airport.
Yeah. So I mean that, and then Hans Klosen was there watching over our booth. I like to think of him as the protector.
Yes.
I mean, he was kind of like a bodyguard without really being a bodyguard.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
anybody
exactly.
He's the
that
man
was
with the dragon tattoo. People know this.
anybody
Yeah.
that was causing any problems, whatever it
He'd
is.
say, hey,
Yeah.
Hey.
You have to deal with him, right?
He was the real swirl police.
It was either him or just Gumi yelling at people in Icelandic, and that was also
and when you
kind
see
of
a mustache
scary.
like that, you get scared.
That was fun as well.
And so, no, we had a great time. It was a lot of hanging out with people and just catching up, and it felt good to be back at an event like that. So, other things kind of in the pipeline right now. Again, we have the PNS crew. Really, the whole Detail Mafia. Not the whole Detail, a big portion.
A lot of members of Detail Mafia coming here tomorrow to spend the day, kind of just hanging out, checking in the sights, the sounds, the smells of TRC, which means we need to clean.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
those smells to be good.
There's a lot of Mexican food wrappers everywhere.
Yeah.
We should probably take care of before we go today.
Yeah.
So it's because I don't know what time all these people are coming tomorrow.
No. Knowing the Detail Mafia will be here at 5 a.m.
Yeah, drinking coffee, waiting outside.
Ready
They
to go,
will be
drinking
early.
Swirl Killer coffee,
Yep.
and they're gonna be ready to party.
Yeah.
So
we're like, guys, we're not coming in until 9, and they're like, oh, too late, we're here.
Yeah. So
We've already built pallets. We're loaded the trailer. We're ready to
Now
rock. Yeah.
volunteer to. I'll ride the floor cleaner.
Okay,
I know it's
yeah.
a tough thing, but
So I appreciate you taking one for the team.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
But so we have them coming tomorrow, and then we have the show this Saturday. We have
Hidden Springs Car Show.
Hidden Springs
Yeah.
Car Show, and that's being hosted by Sydney Gwen of PNS, but Sydney before PNS actually was hosting this.
Yeah.
Which started as such a small event.
It was a neighborhood car show.
Neighborhood car show, which is now one of the biggest car shows we have in the valley.
Yeah.
And people look forward to it all year. And
It's a really neat setup because they host it in the town, which is really cool. So right through the middle of the downtown.
Yeah.
So there's a village green in the center, like a park, community park, and that's where they set up a stage for prizes and the giveaways, and then they also set up vendor booths around the side so all the sponsors of the show can set up their little booths and things like that.
Yeah.
And then she gets food carts, like food trucks, tons of food trucks, and bar carts.
Yeah.
So they're there serving drinks, serving food. The whole little village itself is open up.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's tons. There's like carnival stuff. Then they do like a whole kids area. So they've got like tons of stuff for kids to do.
Yeah.
And it's just such a pretty place to do it at. And that's probably the funnest thing. You got a lot of cars, a lot of cool cars, and a big variety. They're not like, oh, you have to have 73 or older.
But yeah, somebody's
in
just
here.
like, oh, it's a bunch of boomer mobiles. No, actually, it's like a nice variety.
It's you can just sign up. You just sign up and
stuff.
bring your car, and that's what's really cool is you get to see a lot of different genres of stuff.
Now I'm bringing a boomer mobile, but that's just me.
Okay, that's kind of a weird way of saying
Well,
it. But
this is the only chance Dane has to sell that Thunderbird.
Yeah. Well, Dane, there's a Father's Day car show.
Presenting
But Dane,
1960
Dane,
Thunderbird.
there's
powered
also-
by a 350.
there's also the Father's-
FEV8.
There's also the Father's Day car show on Sunday downtown.
true.
You can hit
That's,
that. So you get back to back, bookend the weekend with car shows.
Yeah.
Car show Dane.
He's
Him and
gotta do
Liz, they've got
something.
their folding chairs. They're enjoying themselves. He's like, hey guys, I don't know if you saw this. And he pulls out and he's got New Balances, white New Balances. We're like, Dane, what happened to you? He's got a patterned shirt on. All of a sudden, it's Thunderbirds
Yeah.
all over the shirt. And we're like, when did you buy that? He's like, oh, I just got it the other day.
Yeah.
We're just like, wait, what's happening to Dane?
He's
So, I
becoming
guess
He said he's got a straw hat on
classic
too.
car guy.
So this
With a bandana.
So this year though,
Winka-dinka music and all.
a little bit different than last year in terms of the Hidden Springs Car Show, because last year we drove our cheap cars
Cheap
for
cars
our
there.
cheap
People
car
voted
challenge,
for 'em.
and people voted, right?
Yeah.
I lost horribly, right? But I had an unfinished product, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
people would have seen the final form of that Civic, right? Dude, I think that like people would have been like flinging.
I think it
flinging
would've done
rolls
well.
of cash at it, right?
Mhm.
But you were a late bloomer in that competition. I mean,
I was.
You really,
Levi kind of kissed. you kind of kissed some ass.
I swept it. I didn't do anything. I just
You
swept it.
literally
I drove a red truck up there and parked
put a
it.
PNS logo on the side of the
Yeah,
truck.
he was really
and had
kissing
the
up
entire
there.
PNS team vote for your truck because
No.
it was branded. You did that.
I don't
right?
remember that.
And then Dane just scored points because it was a convertible, and there's a bunch of old people there that just like.
No, the
convertibles.
old people liked his truck.
No, whatever.
I was against tough competition because number one, my car wasn't American, so
People just scoffed at my
Yeah.
My
Civic.
favorite though is remember how Dane's back wheels weren't even tightened down?
Yeah. And his fresh paint from his spray
Fresh
paint,
paint
was
on his
still
spray
wet.
paint was the water
Slung all
leaked
over
out.
his
you guys,
tires.
if you haven't watched that after this Q&A, please go back and watch our heap car challenge. That is some crazy.
It's hard to believe that
stuff.
was a year ago.
Yeah,
It
but
is weird
so
to
I'm
think.
taking
Yeah.
the red truck up there again this year because, well, I now still have it.
Stole it.
So
It's a stolen truck.
still have that truck, so it's going to make
Oh
its
my
second appearance, second year in a row.
So that's what you're bringing.
At the
You gotta lay
show.
some that Dream Maker on it.
Wash it, get it all ready to go. And
What's funny is that you put Dream Maker on it.
I did,
last
before-
year.
that's right.
Before Dream Maker was released.
exactly,
Yeah.
I did.
Do you remember that?
was a good time.
That was your cheat code.
It
on
was
that
his
thing.
seat. That's how he won.
It was,
Yeah,
yeah,
the red
Dream
just
Maker.
looked redder than any other red car at the show.
Yeah.
It was
Ridiculous.
crazy.
So I'm going to do that again this year. I'm going to get it all looking sharp, and I got to wash it tomorrow night, get it all ready to go. I'm going to put my tent in the back, throw a couple chairs, maybe a
Who
cooler.
are you bringing? Are you just going by yourself?
I'll probably just go by myself, and then maybe we'll see if Carly brings the kids up. But my
So-
dad's
I'll see
going.
you there.
Yeah, my dad's going to be there. He's bringing I think he's going to bring his 60 Chevy that's just gotten finished. I don't want him to because it doesn't look good.
Compared to some of the
I
other
hope
vehicles
Brad
in that
isn't
shop,
listening
he
to
should have
this.
taken
Brad,
one of
I'm
the other
sorry
ones.
that your son
Yeah.
is so honest.
Well, Dane
Levi's
saw it. Dane, did
brutal.
you see it? It
I
needs a
saw
little more finishing.
It's a great 10-footer.
It is.
But as soon as you get closer, because I spent enough time around you guys, I go, oh,
Did you see the swirls in the hood?
yeah.
They're bad.
There were
They're
definitely-
bad, nasty.
there were
If only
definitely
he had
some
a
things going on
son that knew how to
So-
detail
Right.
vehicles.
Yeah.
So
He said he wants to let it off gas a little bit before he really turns it over to me. And I said, well, just so you know, I'm going to be charging you for
So
it.
that's 11 minutes of us
well,
talking
hold
about
on,
other
hold on. I'm not
things.
done
but
yet. I'm not done yet. So I wanted to ask you, Dane, because here's the deal. On the car show, I'm going to stop by for a little bit. Starts
Yeah,
at 11
maybe on the
a.m. Starts at
motorcycle.
11 a.m. What time does it start?
I don't know.
Nobody knows the start time of this show.
No idea.
I
So
need to
we
look
just
it
And I
up.
think the show starts at 10.
Is it 10 a.m.?
Yeah.
But cars
Okay.
can't be entered any sooner than like 8.
Okay,
So
so
they're going to start parking 8 to 10.
Yeah.
Then the show starts at 10.
I'm going to treat
Then
it
it ends
as
at like 1.
a family outing. So I will be bringing
nice.
my wife and my daughter
a
probably
great
out
idea.
for this, just to go
Wonderful.
walk around.
Yeah,
right,
that's a
check
good
it out.
idea. Bring the stroller.
And
Because I was thinking, I was like, you know what? I mean, I could go by myself, right? But this will give us
Get out of the
something to
house,
do.
grab a hot dog,
yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
some mini donuts.
Well, and then catch
Some
Dane
drinks.
at the bar, right? Because their bars are like full on bar.
It's a real bar, and Dane's sitting there drinking on his
Dane's-
third old fashioned.
And I said, Dane, you can't just sit here and just keep ordering drinks.
Because I've
like
had
this.
3 old fashions and 2 whiskey sours, and
No,
it is
I'm
11:15.
sitting there with a small camera monitoring anybody who walks near the T-Bird.
So you can run over there.
No,
falls
a small
over.
camera with an intercom. Are you interested in my car? Please
It's
buy
like
my car.
I put up a Ring camera just with a voice on it,
Hey, you have any
running
que-
from my phone.
do you have any questions?
I'm over here at the bar. Come on over.
Do you have any questions? Can I help you out?
Oh, where are you going? I got lots of time.
So, what I want to know though, Dane, is you had a bunch of replacement parts for the T-Bird,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That are sitting on your desk in
Yes.
crates. Are you planning on installing those before the show?
Oh, no. I'm just going to have them, so if somebody asks.
What if
I'm
they're
like,
easy to install? What if it's like 4 screws?
One of them would be, but they need to be painted before I install.
That's all right.
Dane,
Put 'em on.
I'm a guy.
One is covered in surface rust and needs to be refinished
Dane,
before I can paint
the
it.
Yeah,
thing
but
is,
it's there.
No, you
That's all
paint
that matters.
over the rust,
No, it's
and
fine.
it'll never get worse.
Dane, it's fine. If you just get them, if you just put it on there, it probably look
I
better.
spent a not insubstantial amount of money to get a real live fender skirt from the one side I was
Nice.
missing for the
Nice.
car.
Yeah.
And the one I received, I saw in the pictures it had some surface rust. And it does, but it's the correct shape and it didn't go all the way through. So it's like, okay, clean it
Nice.
up,
Yeah.
get a media blasted or
excited.
something.
Dane,
and
I really do hope that you end up selling that car this weekend to
I'm
some.
willing to wheel
to
a deal,
some
but
older
only to a
gentleman
point.
that has more, or woman that has more
Yeah.
money than they know what
Hopefully
to do
there's someone
with.
there out there shopping, looking for a 60 Thunderbird.
Yeah,
That's
right?
the hard part
Right?
is talking to the shop who actually basically did some work on it trying to get my brakes calibrated and stuff. The worst thing about it right now is it pulls to the left when you brake.
Yeah.
And the brake master cylinder is the thing that they can't find. It's like super back ordered, and that's the whole reason why it's a little
You don't need to
frustrating.
tell anybody that.
Dane, they stopped
No,
making
I'm
those in
laying it out there. It's
1960.
just, it's hard to find. I'm realistic. I'm just being honest. So that's the frustration. But to me, as much as I love like certain old cars and things, it's cool, but it's just not for me. I don't think.
Well,
so
you'll have AC to blast while you're driving up to Hidden Springs tomorrow.
it does have AC. Actually, that's a big selling point. Is it has factory AC
So
when
you should
many
just-
of
you
them
should-
don't.
You should just tell them that. So, all right. So jumping into
Way off.
the first comment here, we got Dan Pfeiffer. Wow.
Yes.
Good afternoon and word up from sunny Minnesota, USA. Happy Friday Eve, TRC crew. Welcome back. Thank you. It feels good to be back.
It does.
We have 4 pages of comments.
We did it.
I guess
We did it. They've
I
been
guess-
waiting.
Guess they did miss us.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you guys.
Yes.
Sharon, the hairy housewife who we got to hang out with while we were down there, says, "Good evening, guys. Hope
Super
all is
cool
well. I am sat, ready, and waiting." Then he said the Liquidator was Specky's nickname after the amount of alcohol he consumed at Wax.
Oh, Lordy.
Specky was drunk. There's
Oh,
nothing
no.
funner than watching a Scotsman
Well, way
trying
to out a guy.
nurse a
Can't
hangover
say
Oh,
the
that.
next morning.
No, he was an employee of Waxstock. You can't just go and tell him
Specky was hilarious because the next morning he saw me. He's like, "I'm not feeling good," and I said, "Well, at least you got an iron brew in your back
I
pocket
think
to
it's
keep
just
you
more
going." He's
socially
like,
acceptable
"Yeah,
over there
I need
than
it."
is here.
And he had a full sugar one, and I said, "I got some extras over in the corner if you need a little, bump
needs
later."
the
And he's
real
like,
stuff.
"Nah, I gotta have the real stuff." And I said, "Enjoy it."
1 year of drinking the real stuff, and you won't have teeth anymore.
That's right.
Okay.
True.
Alex Dwar saying,
do
"Happy
her,
Friday
do her."
Eve, TRC. Glad to have the Q&A back. Have an awesome day and weekend. Jamie the Cleaner saying the boys are back in town.
Hey.
Ryan Baumgart saying welcome back. What's your guys' favorite chrome polish?
Metal polish.
Metal Bright works.
I think the PNS
Metal
metal
Bright.
polish works great.
Yep.
I like the
G-Technics.
G-Technics metal polish. That's actually probably, I think G-Technics metal polish.
I
is
like
probably
them
my
both
That was going to be
favorite.
my
equally.
vote
So,
as Papa Chrome.
I don't see
I've
much
had
of a difference.
good
G-Technics metal
experience using
polish reminds me it's almost like uncanny how similar it is to the Optima metal polish, which is also a Miracle Magic metal
Yeah,
polish.
that's a good one. That's
and
probably
we
the
stopped
goat.
carrying the Optima metal polish, right? Not for any particular reason. I think that
Well,
they're
we had a lot
actually-
of loss leader in that, in the sense that
Well,
not loss leader, but that like
the leakers.
the
that we had
leakers.
from
We
that.
would get a lot of
And
leakers
we'd
because of
tell
the oils.
Optimum,
in it.
we'd say, "Hey, man, these things are just not
Put a piece
holding
of
up."
tape on them or something.
And they would leak horribly. So we ended up just, when we switched to the G-Technic metal polish, it was the closest thing we found. I mean, it's almost identical, and it's,
Yeah.
it's
It's
really
amazing.
good.
So
Yeah, good stuff.
check that out. Hans Closen says, "Let's go."
Let's.
And then Steven also says, "Let's go." And then we have a Luke Berge, a wild Luke
Luke Berge
in the house.
Hey y'all,
Exciting.
swinging in to stay high. Still at work today, but wanted to say hello. I ordered something to try and kick Hans out and regain my #1 superfan spot, and then got an email saying it's on a 2 months back order. So now we wait. Mark my words, I will regain my spot and possibly steal Hans Rupe's rotary while doing it.
Wow.
Woo! Those are some
Them
fighting
what
words.
fighting
What
words.
did Luke order?
I don't know.
That's on a 2-month back order.
I have no idea.
That is a.
I don't know what that is. Mean Bee 392. Happy Friday Eve, TRC. Glad you made it back. Thank you, brother. Han says, Luke, keep dreaming under that eagle blanket there, buddy.
So the Hans, at least he has an eagle blanket, though.
He does,
right?
yeah.
And who knows, man? Maybe he'll wash it in rags to riches. Maybe he'll sell it to you someday, right, for a pretty penny.
Well, he's got a stable of eagle blankets. Luke Berge does.
He only has one, I think.
He has two. I
Is he
think.
have
He had
two?
I think he has
multiple,
two,
yeah.
2 or 3.
Multiple eagle blankets.
Many people call that a stable.
Yeah.
Oh man, what a rarity!
Well, it would be an eagle's nest.
Did you guys?
He's got an eagle's nest.
Do you guys want to know a fun fact?
Huh.
Do you know we don't have any eagle blankets?
Here anymore?
No.
What happened to
None.
the one John had in his office?
John, I don't know what he did with
Probably
that one.
sold it. Probably needed a little
I think,
extra
I think
cash.
he sold it on the black market.
Once he
but
saw the prices
we
going up,
actually
I think he
it's
sold
not
it.
a joke. We don't have any eagle blankets, and
Yeah.
we are not stocking eagle blankets.
I've looked
anytime
online. They're
soon.
trading hands for stupid money.
Yeah, so we're not. So those are a rarity, and they might go down in the island of lost towels that
might have to-
have gotten
Man.
never. That will never come back.
See, it's a blanket, but it's less useful because it's so absorbent. You don't want to have it near anything that can
Oh, it just
potentially
sucks
get
all the water
sucked
out of your
into it.
body.
Could
Daily
not be a
DIY
good
dude.
time.
Can bead maker been used as a drying aid? And if so, what's the process? Thanks. Yeah, you just spray it on and wipe it off.
That's what we
It's that
do.
simple. While the car's wet. Hans says, Luke, come on over and try and find it. Keep in mind, I might have wired it up to our 230 volt outlet. That's how you know that he's not messing
Okay.
around.
It's a real deal.
Rafael Rocha saying, let's go. Welcome back, fellas.
Welcome, welcome.
RSX Freak. We'll have to watch the show later, but wanted to say I'm glad y'all made it back safely. Thank you,
Thank you.
RSX. We are thankful as well. Ooh, I just noticed the new KCX products on your site. I want it. Those new higher prices on their products, though.
Man, the market is just...
yeah.
I was so cause I
There's
was
a couple new things on there.
Well, no, I was
Yeah.
trying to find because there might have been a slight price increase, but I was
Yeah.
checking like GSF for example. So we're still, I think, the cheapest for GSF, and I think we're comparative on everything else. But I think when you check across the internet, I think there was just a manufacturer
yeah.
price increase.
Well, there's a lot of that can come from the raw material,
Yeah,
can come from shipping, can come from the manufacturing process.
Shipping is what, 3 times, 4 times more expensive than it's ever been?
Ridiculous.
For just a boat.
Yeah.
You know, I think it was actually up to 10 times more
It was almost
expensive.
10 times at one point.
So it's just things to think about.
Yeah.
Clean Start Detail Grand Ambassador says, welcome back.
What's up, man?
And
Thank you.
if you guys haven't checked out Clean Start on Instagram,
Nice stuff.
go check him out, dude. He's killing it. Like, his reels are fire. I mean, he's doing a great job. Like, I
Nice.
think the quality is there. I think his music choices are fantastic. Just somebody worth following or checking out. And he also has a discount code, right? You know, if you're wanting to save that 15% off, make sure to give him a follow.
Vinny D saying, what's doing, fellas? What's up, man? And then 23 Do the Do saying, hello. Vinny D, coated vehicle, car cover outside this for the New York winter. Nice. Okay.
Then we got
Han saying
counting
4,
down.
3, 2, go. Grant Hotry saying day 562 while Lord Anthony was away in England. My family had a chance to redecorate the attic and make it more look like a shack on the side of the Deep South LA freeway. Like, share, and subscribe to TRC. Well, that was great that his family was able to get word to them. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they came down for a little while you were gone and hung out with
Katie. Doubt they came out, but it would make a lot more sense where all my tarps went, right?
Oh, okay.
I was looking for my tarps, my bungee cords, right?
Yeah.
I think I had like a small like outdoor cooker, right? You know, like a little Coleman, you know, little outdoor cooker. That kind of went missing as well. But I will say it smells an awful lot like, you know, food from down under, right? I mean, like, or around that area, right? Dane should say, you know, Australia, New Zealand, the same place, basically, right?
That's what he says.
Typical
Australia, New Zealand, same place, quote unquote. Dane Hennon.
Well, because I was like, do you smell that? It smells like somebody threw another shrimp on the Barbie, right?
Yeah, that's what Dane says.
And
sometimes
same stuff, right?
Yeah.
So look out for drop bears, okay?
Shine Your Light Detailing says, hey everyone.
Hey.
What's up, man?
Knuckles, and then Starnaglaw. We're yelling.
Alex is just yelling, Starnaglaw!
Yeah, Alex.
Andre saying, so glad to have you back. Thank you, Andre.
Thank you.
And Daniel Moe saying, first live for me in a while. Welcome back.
Welcome.
What's up, man? Hans says, feels like it was yesterday when we met at TRCU. I know, it does feel weird, right, Hans? But it was a couple weeks ago now.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? The Bearded Hunter, what's up, guys? It's been so long. Great to see you all back in the studio. Thank you. And then MB Auto Detailing, welcome back. It's 97 in Milwaukee. Yeah, it's supposed to hit 97 today here. And
I bet it's humid there, too.
92, I think, is what's supposed to hit here. It's going to be hot
Is
today.
it?
Yeah.
Wrong day to wear pants.
Yep. Bill Pearson saying, howdy, fellas, and welcome back from sunny SoCal. Anthony, I'm wearing my shorts that I told you about. They're like the perfect mix between comfort and business.
Yeah.
Feels just like I'm wearing basketball shorts, but the outside, it looks like I am wearing a nice, comfy pair of business casual shorts.
They're called business ball pants.
They're business ball pants.
Yeah. What I like about that, Levi, is the ability to really go anywhere, anywhere,
anytime. I could take this to an opera if I wanted to.
Yeah, and the thing is, people, you're going to walk in, you're going to say, you guys don't know, but everything's hanging freely. I'm having a good time walking in, right? Enjoying myself, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, but they think you're wearing
some sort of business attire.
Wow.
It's like a nice T-shirt and shorts.
It's business ball, man.
Yeah, it's
business ball.
Business ball, plural.
It's a ball business ball pants.
Just one.
Yeah,
Just one. All
These are my
right.
business ball shorts.
Just call yourself Varus.
We got Graham that says, happy Friday Eve, lads. Excellent Monday podcast. Even got a mention.
Yes, you
Absolutely,
did.
Graham.
Oh, Graham kept us fueled that last bit of the trip, which was a much needed.
When me and Levi went back to the hotel room, right, by the airport, I was like,
24-pack.
do you want to shotgun some of these, right? Like, we were about to just crack our thumbs into it, right? Do a couple.
We did in the parking lot, and there was a couple girls that were like, those guys are pretty cool.
Yeah, and they're like, what are you guys doing later? I'm like, me and this guy, we're gonna go up to upstairs, right? We're gonna, take off, all of our heavy clothes, and we're gonna watch Naked Attraction together.
That was,
and they go.
That's what we were gonna do. Dane was coming over too,
and Dane's gonna join us, and he's gonna lay on the floor with his shoes and socks off. And they're like, that sounds kind of weird. Have a good time.
Yeah. It was awkward, to say the least. Bill Pearson says, do you guys see any issues with leaving my UBS in a bucket of clean O&R? No, not at all.
No.
Harry Housewife, evening, guys. Hope you're all well. Cracking time with you guys at Waxhawk. You guys are brilliant, massive thanks to Levi for my hat, buddy.
Nice.
Legend. You're welcome, man.
Your housewife was super cool.
Yeah, I carried that thing with me, and I felt bad because it kind of got a little smushed.
Oh.
But
You did what you could.
I did what I could, but he had it. He got it.
Oven.
Oven, Dane running.
Oven.
And then Hans says, yeah, nobody touched my towels. Matt,
That's right.
was W8 safe on PPF? Also curious what you recommend to remove staining from tree sap. Had some fall on my car, removed it. Now there's a light blue stain from it on my white car. This happens. There's not really much you can do about it. It's just there. You can try polishing it out. You can try lightly sanding it out and polishing over it. But realistically, it's damaged that clear.
Yeah, sometimes with
Not
that
much
kind
you
of stuff,
can
it's
do.
almost like it stains it, but beneath further than what you think it is.
It penetrates a lot.
So like
farther.
on my car, like I have some sap spots that like almost like they just look like whiter than what it's like a if my car's red, the sap spots look like they were once pink, right? Or
Right.
it looks like it's pink, but I polish over it, doesn't get any better, right?
Yeah.
I sand it down, then polish over it,
But
doesn't
there's
get any
clear
better.
there. It's almost
clear.
like it permeated the clear.
Yeah, something.
Yeah,
And do what you can. Try to get to where it's less noticeable, and then be diligent in the future,
Yeah.
right? You see sap on your car, try to get it off. Levi lives underneath a tree.
It's the worst. This warm
poor
day,
sap.
like
Yeah.
this, that tree will drip so much sap.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Well, it's funny because whenever I go to your
it's
house,
not even on my property.
like
I wish I
whenever
could cut it
I
off.
go to your house, I'm like, can I stand in your driveway? I'm like, oh, something warm dripped on my ear, and I'm
Yeah.
like, what is that? Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, hair gel, and I put it in my hair.
right.
right?
It's not. It's tree sap.
It's definitely a something about
It's
Mary
tree
situation.
sap is what it is.
So we got Joey Belinsky says, welcome back, guys. All is right in the world again.
Well,
thank you, Joey.
man.
We
Thanks,
we
Joey.
hope everything's right down in beautiful, sunny southern Southern
Yeah.
California in the
Southern
south, right?
down there
He's
in
in
the
NorCal, I think, but it's fine. It's all,
Close,
it's
same
all the
thing.
south down there.
JB says, welcome back, fellas. Would like to watch Levi's panel discussion at Waxstock. Will you guys be posting that footage then? I don't know who was recording that.
I do not have that footage.
Yeah.
Last time we went, I got the footage of
Yeah.
the panel, but not this.
We didn't record it. I don't know who recorded it. I don't know if Waxstock has
Somebody
that or
records
somebody
it.
recorded it.
Alan
well,
of AMD.
apparently you're saying that
know.
Specky was drunk, but I'm sure he actually got it.
Specky probably has it.
Specky got it.
But no, basically what we talked about, what me and Bob Phillips, Rennie Doyle, and Mike Phillips all kind of talked about was the differences in the UK. There is a very fine delineation between a valeter, or as you call them, Dane, valeters,
Yeah.
and detailers. And there are a lot of valeters that just wash cars and vacuum and do spruces on a car, clean them up, but they don't do detail work. And the big thing is they don't like it. Detailers there don't like it when they refer to detailing as they don't like valeters being referred to as detailers because they feel they are not detailers.
There's a certain
Where here in the U.S., if a guy like our friend Chris from 208 Car Wash that drives around in his truck and
They call him a
details
detailer.
out of the back of he does mobile detailing, and
Yeah.
maybe majority of the time he'll wash and vacuum a car.
But he can polish
But he
too.
can also polish and he can
Yeah.
and install a coating. But he works mobily out of his vehicle. Technically, in the UK, he would be called a valeter
Yeah.
or a valayer, as Dane has said on numerous occasions.
So
Sounds
what about
fancy.
what about a kid that sprays down the windows at a Mr. Car Wash?
That kid works at a car wash.
Yeah. So, but what's he called over there?
He works at a car wash.
Are you sure? Are you sure it's not a Valayer sprayer?
That was amazing. Amazing. That was a good pull. I like that.
That was right off the top of my
That was amazing. That was a good one.
Steve
So
says, "Hey."
anyway, that's what we talked about, and we noticed that, and that was something Bob and I were talking, was that like in the U.S. we encompass all of it
Yeah.
because it's it's different levels, right?
Yeah.
So you're all detailing, but there's certain levels of detailers
Yeah.
and certain characteristics. Where in the UK they are very set. And a lot of guys, don't you call me a valeter.
I get that, but just from my own personal taste, I always find
So that's what we
anywhere
talked
people
about.
can develop a superiority complex
Right.
to get a little irritating. I find people start becoming a caste system and a tribalist and all these things. It's like, guys, we're all trying to make cars clean.
Yep.
We're all
At the
trying
end
to
of the
make it
day, the
shiny.
car comes out clean.
You do it at a different level than I do, and I think if I post my work, people will understand that I'm not doing what you do. And
Yeah.
hopefully that comes through.
Yep.
That's all I would
There we
hope.
go.
So I think in the U.S. we got it just fine.
Yep. Steve says, hey! And then Darren says, hopefully coming to the U.S. in about 7 to 8 months, and I won't be too far from you guys, so we'll have to come do a visit, catch up. I'll even bring some Iron Brew.
Oh, man.
Supposedly he's got family. His wife's family lives somewhere around Idaho nearby. So I said, dude, if you're close,
Yeah.
heck yeah. So
Michael Polly did it. You could.
yeah, Hutchcraft's Car Wash and Detailing. Does anyone offer a franchise program for anyone starting a detailing business with limited funding?
We don't do franchise.
So-
like a detailing business franchise.
Well, there's vans. I mean,
There's a lot of different-
KCX is rolling out their vans.
But
Yeah.
they're not a wash van system, though.
It's,
This is a
yeah.
this is starting a detailing business with limited funding. So you can do a Google search, honestly. Take a look. There's a couple different ways. Detail King used to build kits. You could buy a trailer. You could buy a ready turnkey setup. All you have to do is add your name and all your stuff, but you could buy everything you needed. So as to a franchise program, that there's not many around. There are some, but
we have the business program, and we have the
this is different.
dealer
This is
program,
starting a
which are
business.
different. But that's what I'm saying is that we can provide the supplies for said thing. It's just,
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, he's talking
but
about
he's looking
starting
to
a
create
full
the
business.
full business. Yeah.
So what if he said, what if he had like $500? He spent $100 on the LLC. He spent another $100 on business cards.
Yeah.
He spent $100 on O&R and microfiber towels, and then
It can be done.
and then a very nice bicycle.
It can be done.
A $100
It can be done.
bicycle, technically.
No, but there are guys all over the world
Like-
that start
like a,
stuff with
rickshaw kind of
almost
thing.
anything.
Yeah, I mean,
It's just how hard do you wanna work?
I know what he's looking for, and
Yeah.
I don't know off the top of my head, but that's a great question. Maybe somebody else can chime in.
Yeah.
That can help out. Luke Berge says, "Dude, I want some of that Swirl Killer coffee. That stuff slaps. It is very strong, Luke."
Very strong.
Alex says, "Oh man, I miss the floor cleaner. I know that was Alex's job at TRCMA.
Yeah.
He was going around cleaning floors, and he was the best at it.
He was
man.
great at
I
it.
think
He was great.
I said, "Do you want to stick around here? You know, and
Yeah.
and keep doing
Quite
this?" And
possibly
he's like, I got to get back to across
Head.
the border where I have free health care and people are just genuinely nicer there. And I said, I get it. I
And
get
I'm like,
it.
hey, can we get some of that? And he's like, no.
Yeah. No.
GR saying, hello guys, I was recently trying a technique the detailing pros are doing, i.e. the Jamie the cleaner, flipping a foam cannon, and I hurt my wrist.
Oh, no.
Well, sorry to hear
Yeah,
that.
I mean, Jamie's a pro at that.
Steve says, I just finished the heap car challenge. It was amazing. And then Shine Your Light Detailing saying, smash the thumbs up. Graham says, that new O&R video, if you were washing outside in full sun, would you have washed both cars the same way?
The O&R video?
So it depends. If it
So-
was 97 degrees
And sunny?
Probably not. If it was 80 degrees and sunny, yes. 70 degrees and sunny, yes. 60 degrees and sunny, yes. 40, 30,
About 30.
about 30.
Now, here's my
Yes.
counter to that.
But
I would do all that until it got so hot that the product was drying on the surface.
Yeah,
here's
or
the
so
point.
cold to where I was,
It was
just
freezing.
not happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When people ask a question like that, there are people who are soap purists who hate O&R and all that rinseless stands for and everything. And I know Graham isn't this, but people who ask this kind of question like, well, would you do that in the same way in the heat? It's like, well, with soap, I wouldn't do half the things with soap I would do with
Yeah.
O&R. I mean, it's just a different ballgame entirely. It'd be way more comfortable letting O&R
Yeah.
dry on the surface. So just leaving that out there for anybody who feels like, I'm still on the fence. No, O&R is awesome.
Andy Steely saying, howdy y'all from the Wild West of the Northern California foothills.
I mean, that is pretty much the Wild West
Yeah, it
over
is.
there, right?
Yeah.
You know, North Texas.
Whoa!
Oh, my gosh.
Luke Berge, $20 make you holler, saying, this is for me. Having to take a phone call explaining the why I wanted such a thing printed on something. Hashtag Luke getting superfan back.
Wow.
Wow, impressive.
Thank you,
You're
Luke.
creative, Luke.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Thank you, Luke.
Speaking of our funds, our
Mm-hmm.
Q&A funds, right? What do you guys want to do with that soon? We gotta do something.
We got to do something.
So I was either thinking, A, we buy like 10 more Razor scooters, so we all have Razor scooters in the building.
I like this idea.
B,
Oh.
we basically buy every single Nerf gun in existence and have a giant war amongst us and the
film it.
and the fulfillment team,
And
right?
film it.
And then
Gabe's just
basically
gonna hide 'em again.
and basically see who comes out on top,
Mm-hmm.
right? I have a feeling there's a couple of sharpshooters over there that know what they're doing, right?
Problem.
And so we can do that, or we can treat ourselves to another Dane Eats. Unfortunately, we had a plan to do a Dane Eats over there for our UK.
We got
adventure.
too busy eating there.
And it was too busy, and we didn't have the time to do it. So we do need to have something going. Maybe we'll order in some blood sausage specifically for you.
That'd be delicious, actually.
I can
you'd
make you
enjoy
an
that.
English breakfast, Dane. I don't know how good it'll be. But
Why do I want to take a rice cake and give it the flavor of pennies?
Yeah, irony, right? I don't know. We'll have to figure. We'll have to figure out something, but we're gonna go back and check out kind of where our funds are.
Yeah,
and then we're gonna do a discussion.
Well, the hard part is, remember, all this money goes right into Dane Hennon's own checking account. So
it doesn't. It doesn't. I know they're joking, but seriously, don't even think that.
It doesn't. I just like saying it when he pulls up with a new set of tires.
But Dane will go ahead and balance out the account and
he will be able to look and see exactly how much everybody's donating. We appreciate it when you guys do this. But if you have some ideas, post them in the comments.
Yeah.
Graham saying, Harry Housewife, hello again. Great to say hi to you at Waxstock.
Nice.
Matt, can the Foam Pro 2 Plus be converted to a sprayer?
Meaning like a multi?
It cannot.
Nope. Mitzi Beaver, oi oi, the rag company. What's up? Class Act. Do you condone using a tire and wheel brush to wash any car with O&R?
Hold on, wait. I need to go back for a second.
What?
So it can be converted to a multi-sprayer. It just, I recommend just buying the multi-sprayer.
Yeah,
well,
just buy a multi.
If you take the spray head off the body and put it onto another body, that's technically...
He wants the ability to pressurize it in the Foam Pro 2 Plus. So there is a way to do it, but I mean, like, I don't know how that would hold up being pressurized. Maybe somebody else has done it, but that's the one thing I have not converted just because I haven't had a reason to. Whenever I'm using a multi-sprayer, I'm happy to pump it, but I can understand the want to be able to pressurize it. So
when you're looking on the internet, you can find videos of people who have done
Class Act.
Class Act's rocking an Elantra N.
Are you kidding me?
That's pretty dope.
Are you a little jealous?
I am. I'm a little jealous.
So he's got those cracks and pops, right?
Yeah.
Popples.
The cracks and popples.
The burbles, right? So he's out there banging gears, right?
Yeah, just hitting them.
Hitting those rev match downshift, right?
It's and the turbo blow off.
Backfire, right? Gosh. I really do want to drive one because I feel like there was a lot of hype on the release, right? And I feel like they're going to go...
I haven't seen any.
I think they're going to be one of those underrated...
It's one of those ones I haven't seen.
Cars that I'm hoping...
We're going to be seeing it on Revelations in about 20 years.
Well, no,
They're going to talk about how this was the car that saved Hyundai.
Jason Camisa's plan.
But I'm hoping that they go down in value so Levi can pick one up on the pennies from the
and replace the current Elantra with that.
That would be a nice...
And you're going to go the Elantra in.
I would. Carly probably wouldn't like it. But I'd have to buy her a Bronco.
I see those Veloster in still.
Yeah.
I still think, dang, that's a cool looking car.
Yeah.
And I know
honestly, they look way better than the first generation Veloster.
I know.
Like, a lot better.
So, Class Act does have a serious question. Do you condone using a tire and wheel brush to wash any car with O&R? I'm being serious. No, but here's where I come back at you. Green body brush that we sell at the rag company. Technically, you could use that for wheels. Technically, you could use it on your tires. Technically, you could use it on your paint. Now, if you want to know the truth, that is my #1 wash medium next to my Ultra Black sponge at my home.
Gets the job done quick.
That's how I wash.
Yeah, I know.
I mix up soap and water, and I stick that brush in there, and I scrub the roof and the windows and the sides. Then I grab my Ultra Black sponge, and I scrub the body with that.
And I can hear everybody screaming right now. But the reality is, it's a soft brush. It's very soft.
It's soft. And then on top of that, guys, most of the time when I'm using that brush, I'm polishing anyway.
Yeah.
Or I'm buffing the car. I'm just trying to get it done as fast as I can so I can move on to the next step. And it's very quick.
The place only time I use that brush, because mine is primarily used for wheels at my house. The only time I'll ever use that.
And we're talking about the green body brush.
Green body brush. And it's clean state.
No
like
other
on Katie's
brush.
Car.
Only that
I'll
one.
use it where the it's the cowl it's the cowl between the windshield and the hood.
Yeah.
You know the plastic there. That's always
it works great for that.
And grooved, and it's always hard to clean with a mitt. That's great for that. I take that brush, run it across a couple times, call it good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the back window.
Yeah, back window.
Because you got a lot of complicated spaces back there.
Yeah,
it's nice to get in there and just get around all.
Anywhere there's like a dirt trap at the bottom where water runs down to it.
But I use it all the time. It's if you came to my house, you'd go, "What the heck? You don't have a mitt or a sponge?" And I go, "I got an Ultra Black sponge and a green body brush. What more do I need?"
Yeah, take a close look at his cars, inspect them. It's
true. We got Vinny. Vinny coming in with a comment of
jumping around.
Let me see if
Here
I
we
can get
go.
that ceramic coated and covered the car with a cover. Okay, my eyes.
All right, ceramic coated and covered the car with a cover for the whole New York winter. There are some marks that seem to be embedded in the paint where the seams were. Can they be removed? Iron and tar remover? Possibly. I don't know what it looks like, Vinny. If you want, you can send an email to levi@theragcompany.com with some pictures. But honestly, just using a light polish on a light speed, you could polish that out very simply, very easily. Something like Final Polish, foam pad, should be able to get majority of those marks up without damaging the clear coat or the coating, the ceramic coating. Stilly's Mobile Detailing dropping $40, saying a show of appreciation. Dane's gonna be filling his tank up tonight.
You need to start raising that flag.
Just waving that flag.
It's not our country.
Wrong country, but hey, you know.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Andy.
That's
Thank
awesome,
you.
Man.
Jasper Brar saying, so for PPF care with a Ceramic Pro as a sealant, is only rinseless washing okay, or should I be using water and soap? Also, what iron remover do you recommend? Any experience with Americana Global? Yes. So, Jasper, you can use a rinseless wash, no problem. You can use soap and water, no problem. Any of the iron removers we carry here at the Rag Company work wonderfully. Americana Global, I've used the brand. It's good. We don't carry it.
Yeah.
But I've used it. I've tried it. But realistically, any of the products we carry and sell are going to be totally fine for the outside of your vehicle.
We carry them because we advocate for them.
Because we use them and we test them and we try them and all that. So Frankenstein Garage, Frankenstang. Hey guys, I've had an issue with the limited edition blue bead maker. I used it right when I received it. Then it sat for a while in the gallon jug. I think it got mold in it. Any thoughts?
Now, is it mold,
not mold,
or is it actually just like a little bit of like yogurty looking
gunk on
stuff?
the top? It's not mold.
If it's a gunk, it's not mold.
So they, yeah, it should now won't mold. There's nothing that would cause it to mold. However, you know, congrats on still having a gallon. It's been 2 years since we released that, which is pretty cool.
I was going to say, the fact he's talking about it now means...
But the stuff on it, it's just the active ingredients. It's the same kind of sediment that will happen with a normal orange bead maker. Typically it's unseen because it's orange. But that kind of stuff, if you want to filter it out, you can filter it out. The product is still absolutely 100%.
You can also just shake it up and use it. It's not going to hurt anything.
100% okay.
We've done that.
There's literally nothing wrong with
Even
the
if you
product.
still got a little couple chunks, it's fine.
Yeah, I only have about 1 liter of blue bead maker left, right? And I spray it on special occasions just to get hit with that delicious,
get it in the air.
That summery drink scent.
Yeah.
Summery drink.
That you and 5 other people liked.
Yeah. Take it. What can I do, man? Then we have Joey that says, moving.
Ooh, he's moving north. Leaving the south, moving north to Sacramento.
I think he was already kind of mid.
And finally either way, I think he's moving north.
I mean, Sacramento is technically...
Finally have a garage, no more detailing outside.
Wow. That's actually honest. That's pretty exciting, right?
Pretty nice.
There's, you know, right when you have your own garage.
Nothing like living in the north, am I right?
It's life-changing. But yeah, Sacramento, man. Live it up. Visit Old Town Sac for me, right?
There you go.
Maybe go get some good old-fashioned chocolates. Try not to get
stabbed.
It's
not Town Sac. It's
Try not
Sac
to
Town.
get stabbed.
I just remember there being cool trains there.
There is very cool trains there.
Kimberly saying, happy Friday Eve. Welcome back. I want to try to remove 10 years of tree sap from my sister's car, but I'm inexperienced. If I scratched it, no one would know.
Well, that's a good starting
point. All right,
point.
Kimberly, you ready for this, girl? Here's what you're going to need. Gloves.
I already know where he's going with this.
You're going to need some white towels.
I already know where he's going with this.
And you're going to need to get yourself like a gallon of lacquer thinner.
Oh, delicious.
Now, this is when the party starts happening.
Yeah.
Here's what you're going to be doing. Make sure you got those gloves on because lacquer thinner makes your hands get cold.
Very cold.
Wear the gloves, white towel, take your gallon of lacquer thinner, splash some onto the towel, and then take that towel and wipe it all over the sap on that car.
With how much lacquer thinner she's going to be throwing down, should she wear a mask or ventilator?
No, it should be fine. As long as you're outside, you'll be all right.
Okay.
So, Kimberly, you're going to take that lacquer thinner, you're going to wipe it on all the painted parts. Okay? Now, if there's any on the glass, you're going to need a razor blade. You scrape that off, crack it off. You can use alcohol. So hand sanitizer. Stock up on some hand sanitizer. It's super cheap right now. Actually works really well at removing... you can just get a bottle of alcohol, but right now I'm walking around and I'm seeing little bottles of hand sanitizer for like 25 cents, like
That's
like 500
because
milliliters.
Surplus from
Right.
the last couple
So
years when everybody
detailers,
was like,
we should be
"This is going
stocking up
crazy."
on hand sanitizer because it's
don't
amazing
tell them
for
they wanna
no, it's
stock
amazing
up.
for removing
Creating-
tree sap,
creating this
especially when it's
demand for
especially
something.
when it's a gel,
Levi's
like a gel, because you can
home
squirt it on and it'll
remedies.
stay on the little spot and it'll break up that.
Why don't you
that
why
liquid.
don't you create your own lacquer thinner, right?
Talk to
and
Bob,
then
see what
call
we can do.
call it the Master of Shines, you know,
Virgin
lacquer,
wash.
virgin wash, right? You package it in like an old school tinny type of thing.
Yeah, well, it's
Let
gonna
it-
be a metal container.
and you're gonna let it rust a little bit,
A little bit,
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
ding
I'll make
up.
it look like
Does the
it's
body
got it.
good.
Ding it up,
Yeah.
let it rust, right?
Yeah.
It's just
It's a great
Levi's,
idea.
Hope you got your tetanus shot.
Levi's
Great
Virgin Wash Solution,
Yeah.
and
takes care of all your needs.
Yeah, you can put it on your cuts.
The cure for what
It'll
ails
clean your cuts.
It'll
It'll
clean your cuts, cleans your sink,
clean the paint off your legs.
Yeah, it's great.
Does all kinds of stuff.
I mean,
So,
if you don't live
but
long
no,
enough to see
seriously,
the
keeps you cool on a hot day.
keeps you cool on a hot day.
Oh, boy.
But basically, Kimberly, seriously, take lacquer thinner on a towel, wipe the paint. You will just, and all you got to do is just wipe it. Just wipe it off, and then try the next panel. Don't over soak it. Don't let it sit. Don't do any of those things because it will eat through some of that stuff if you let it sit too long. So just wipe it, and you'll see. You'll start to notice it. It evaporates pretty quickly. So. Works pretty good, but once you start playing with lacquer thinner, it's pretty awesome stuff. And a lot of people are surprised when they go, "Oh my gosh,
This
can't
can
believe
do
how
a lot."
much it takes off the vehicle." It's always one of my top things to do before I start polishing a car. Matt, looking to pick up the Kicks KSK1 kit for restoring headlights. What coating do you recommend to keep them fresh? Really, any coating at this point. The problem is that most coatings aren't developed specifically for plexiglass. Now, PNS does have Lucid is a polycarbonate style coating that is not available yet, but will be coming out soon. So just stay tuned for that. But realistically,
Personal
we recommend polishing it, grabbing some PPF,
slap it on there
and
nice
seal it
and-
up. You can usually go to most PPF shops and just ask them for a couple sample cutoffs or things and do it yourself if you like. We've got a couple videos of Anthony doing it. It's pretty simple.
Because the
so.
PPF will wear, it'll get old and eventually.
Well, yeah,
you'll have to
video of
take
me
it off,
doing.
but you have a
I
clean.
suck at PPF. Watch everything in that video except for me doing it at PPF.
But you have a clean headlight. Once you take it off, you can start again fairly easily. There's no like trying to grind away what
I mean,
remains of a
Matt, for what
coating
it's
and all
worth,
that crap.
My Civic headlights now PPF. How many years ago was that?
Yeah,
2 years
like
ago.
long,
ago.
three
ago?
or four.
Dude, it has been.
They
so
look brand
long
new
now.
still.
They look brand new.
Yeah.
I mean, like literally, they look brand new. Like there's been no oxidation. There's no yellowing. It's
Yeah,
the best
you
thing.
suffocate 'em.
Yeah.
Best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you're
Um,
super hardcore like Anthony, maybe use 2K Clear or
Yeah.
something. You pull them out. and
You
put
could do
them
that
on.
too.
Yeah, you
But
could do
only
that
if you
too.
trust yourself to paint things.
Kimberly saying clay towel and paint gloss and take my time. Don't know how to polish, so that's not an option. You could do that after you lacquer thinner, yes. Graham Marshall, lads, what year was your first wax stock? Well, mine was 2017. Or no, 2018.
was ours.
2018 was mine. 2019 was theirs. Alex, do our friends wrap their newborn in a Minx Royale after its first bath time? I gave them the Minx Royale after a detail, and it's been put to good use. Very nice. That's what I like to see. Oh, and then Luke, another $40.
What are you doing, man?
And 1 cent.
And 1 cent.
Wow, is he trying to be
Yeah.
one? Is he trying to one up? Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Luke.
These guys.
We really don't need to start this.
Impressive.
no,
I mean, we
like
appreciate
we are not
it.
encouraging
Says,
this at
tell
all.
John I said thank you for the sticker, and I can't be one up.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
this one you
Okay.
can
Oh
delete
no,
that,
that's
Dane.
not one I'm gonna.
And then
post.
Kimberly says, I've been perfecting my O&R skills on Saturday. How do I speed up on wheels? You don't, Kim. You just do them.
my
You just
God.
clean them up.
That comment
Yeah.
is.
So,
I mean, the it's probably correct.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not disputing.
JB, how long will the 4 Norseman kit be on sale for? Realistically,
So actually, for what I know, it will be on sale for probably another month or so.
yeah.
And then it goes away. So it was kind of an introductory kit for kind of the beginning of summer, and then it'll be leaving.
Yeah, but
so
pick it up and also watch the Norseman.
yeah. JD Garage says thinking of
Northman?
pulling the trigger on a Viper Low Pro. Now that they are
have
that
a $100
they have
off
$100
sale.
off sale, worth it. So
Yeah, the Low Pro is a nice one.
The Low Pro
It's a good
is honestly, it's probably our most used here in the office, and we have the Pro with the original Pro. And we love the original Pro. It's awesome, but the low Pro is just, it's inviting. It's easy. It's smaller. Doesn't take up as much space. Yeah. And you have the storage in it, right? And you also have the knee pad. I see nothing wrong with that chair. I think that's probably one of the best little detailing chairs that you can get for a shop that will probably outlive you.
And it will survive impact from a vehicle. Apparently.
Yeah. Was it the Dodge Ram that hit
Well, they took a Dodge Ram 15 or 2500. I didn't look at the badge on the side close enough, but it was definitely an early 90s one, a little rusty. Just plowed into an old stool that they had. And they're like, you don't like those old stools. Try one of these Vipers instead. And I was like, all right, wow, okay, marketing.
I think you sold me on it.
Yeah,
right?
wow. It's pretty intense.
Ken Glass saying, with money getting tight, are you seeing a slowdown in sales? No, we aren't. Because you got to remember, Ken, we are here as well for home hobbyists. So while some businesses might see a slowdown, you've got customers who are, maybe they want to keep their car a little longer, or they're going to be maybe not driving their car as much. So they're going to start looking at things to save money on. But the one thing they're not going to scrimp on is a lot of maintenance. And so that could be exterior maintenance. That can be engine maintenance, mechanical maintenance. A lot of folks are going to try it for themselves. Like my dishwasher broke, right? I've been working on it every night. Yeah. I got to order some parts for it. Now, Carly and I were having a bit of an argument last night talking about that, because she goes, why don't we just call somebody? Yeah. And I say, because I'm going to spend like $250 getting this thing fixed. And she's like, why do you say that? I said, because the parts are going to cost about $150 and it's going to cost them $100 to do a service call. And she goes, well, what's your alternative? I said, I work on this every night and buy $60 in parts each time and replace it. Next thing I know, I've replaced everything for $200. So, or I go buy a new one for $500. So there's a lot of that where people go. And my wife's point was, yeah, but you don't have to do it. And I said, no, you're right. But I don't know. It's hard, right? It's that what's your time worth at the end of the day? Yeah. So if it gets to a point where I'm like, you know what, I don't want to do that stuff, but I can do these 3 little things that take one screw, and I unplug it and I put a new part in and I screw it back in and I plug it in and I see if that works. That stuff's easy. But once it gets to like, hey, remove the motor, pull the whole cylinder out, you're going to change it. Well,
now you got to bench test this.
I'll probably just order it or call somebody. But I see it as a couple pieces. I can do that stuff. I want to do the rest of it. So far, it's still broken. Still doesn't work. Yeah. But Mark Walenciak, what's up, dudes? What's up, man? Grant, the T-Bird sale is going into funding Dane's new self-help book series.
Is it?
No. It's actually going into house stuff if I can help it.
Han
I just
says,
have much better use for the money than I do for the
car.
Well,
yeah, hot tubs. He's gonna buy 3 of them.
Ooh,
one for each
floor.
Is cool, though. One for each floor. One for the garage. One for the upstairs deck. One for the outside in the trees.
Yeah,
he's putting it in the trees.
Oh,
a little
like
sidewalk up there.
Maybe get
ladder.
A Sur-Ron.
Yeah. Oh, Dane. Yeah, Dane's a little addicted to the Sur-Ron, right? Yeah. Jimmy bought an e motorcycle. Technically, is what it is. Sweet, man. Thing's
pretty fun.
Awesome.
Pretty fun.
And
it's like an electric dirt bike.
He's let us all go and rip on it today, and that thing is freaking quick, man.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't $4,500 and I didn't already have 2 motorcycles, then I'd probably be very interested.
It seems like a tasteful replacement for the Grom. That's what it does.
Dane, I could definitely see riding one. You look pretty comfortable in that thing.
I did. It's really comfy.
You had a good time.
Yeah.
Take that up some trails, and you know what? You can drive that right into the back of your van.
Drive that. You could also drive it in the back of your van.
I could do the big nasty.
You could do your own big nasty in your backyard.
The big nasty in my backyard. I just have somebody with a hose pouring it and causing a landslide on my hill, and then I'm just like trying to drive up it.
I love this idea. We should film this. Hans was asking about creme de la Dane straight from the bottle.
Oh, no.
Joey Belinsky says, haha, I guess technically I'm northern NorCal now. And then Brian Cole says, NorCal is part of the South, but my home in L.A. is part of the Deep South. Welcome home. You were missed. Thank you, Brianna Cole. Rafael Rocha says, would using O&R 256-1 in a rinse bucket while using the 2-bucket method be worth the effort? Not really. You could if you want. Always put more O&R in the other bucket.
It's not going to hurt.
So both buckets 256-1, but reality, you don't need to do it. Shine your light. Detailing has to be the widest meaning word in the English language. Yeah, basically, huh? Tesla Wellness saying hi from Australia. What's up, man? Ralph Medina, I just got a Bronco and we'll be finally putting a ceramic coating on it, but has a mic hardtop. Can I use it there, or is there another product I can use? No, you can use it on the hardtop.
Yeah.
Totally fine. Alex, I'll share my healthcare, not to worry.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you, man. Appreciate
We're on
it.
page
I will use most of it.
No, we're on page 1 already. Wow.
We
flew
are,
through
wow.
those. Okay.
Hutchcraft, finding Tony Ralda, message him. He just had a buttload of vans sent to him by an entrepreneur looking to do something similar to what you're asking. There you go.
Cool.
Thank you, Stilly. Andy.
Nice.
Make sure Maddie in Fulfillment gets a matching gun with Glenn. Nerf gun. Thanks, Steve.
How does Steve know that?
Steve must be a friend of theirs.
Oh, okay.
Or
That
it's
makes
Steve
sense.
in the building. Who knows?
That's
man.
true.
If you're not filming for TikTok, do not flip your foam cannon. Definitely not good for the old wrist joints. That's right. Jamie the Cleaner is really the only person who can do that flip.
He can really just...
Pretty much. It's the only person.
It's that true Southern strength. Is
So
what
it
that
is.
baby.
It really
He
is.
Whips that thing out, bam. I'm
it's not
telling you,
it's not a
Jamie,
power thing.
Jamie,
It's a
I
finesse
think this would be
thing.
a good compliment though. But Jack from Starnagloss is so jealous that he's like, I don't know how Jamie
loves
does
your
it.
ability to do
He's
that.
like, I've tried it 100 times. He's like,
Yeah.
I cannot.
He's watching it.
He's like, I can't get it. So Jamie, you have quite a few eyes on
You
you
have a
doing
fan
those
in
flips,
Jack.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty sweet.
good. Harry Housewife saying, Graham, sorry, won't let me tag you. Definitely, mate. Cracking to meet you was so crazy meeting everyone, right?
No, it was great meeting you.
And then Grant says, we have the same thing here. Valet, car groomer, commonly found at a car yard. What we do is detailing. It's interesting. Then Darren saying, talking to meeting people, I don't think Levi saw how starstruck I was on the first night's meal. He walked in, said, hey, sat next to me, watch my wax like video. You hear what I was like a little girl. It was pretty great. No,
Yeah.
Darren, you were fine, dude.
You were great.
You were
Seriously.
awesome, dude. It was super cool. So
We're excited
thank you
to go
for
back
hanging
and
out
hang
and
out
having
with
fun
you
with
again.
us. We appreciate it. Then the other guys turn up, man, and I was fangirling so hard trying to be cool. You were fine, dude. You were totally fine.
Don't sweat it.
You were
Yeah.
cool.
You were cool.
John Hole saying, hey guys, normality is resuming after all the craziness. Great to see you. It was so much fun.
Likewise.
Thank you, John,
It was.
for having us.
You're an
Thank you to
amazing
Mandy.
host, so thank
you guys were amazing. It was awesome. We had so much fun, and we miss it. We wish we could do it again.
Yep.
It was a blast.
Man.
Luke says he still has 2 used bottles of Blue Beanmaker, probably empty, but he's got them.
Yeah.
Ooh. Thanks for the reply, fellas. This is Jasper.
Yeah.
And then we have Ryan who says, hey guys, thankfully you're back. I was going through withdrawals.
Yeah, not withdrawals.
Hey, Ryan, that's
Withdrawals.
hey, we appreciate it, man. It feels good to be back. We were going through withdrawals, being here, right?
Yeah.
Right. You know who messaged me too today? Gabe Garcia, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
So media
Gabe from the Rag
media,
Company,
media
Gabe.
production manager messaged
Going through
me.
withdrawals from not being
And-
able to tell you what to do.
And so I wasn't going to say that. It's pretty truthful, Dane. Wow. He definitely said he can't wait to get back here.
Oh, I bet
Right?
he can. I
So
bet he can. He does not like vacations.
No.
He
He
doesn't.
wishes he was here
doesn't.
working
Which
all
defeats the
time.
purpose of a vacation, I
Yeah.
would think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He keeps saying, man, I just
I'm
don't
like-
like being here with my wife and child, but I sure would like to be back. Sure
I
would like to be
would just
back
like
at
to
work.
be in there.
Back with you guys. I'm
Hanging
really
out.
Directing
he's
traffic.
Like, he's
Yeah.
like, I can't wait to get back in there and start cleaning and organizing the office.
Yeah.
Oh, he wouldn't like it right now.
I can't wait.
He's probably watching right now
Dane,
going,
don't
what does he mean
say
by
that.
that?
It looks fine out there, right? We just have to pick up all that trash we threw on the floor, right?
That's it. There's a couple things, like
Yeah.
100, but it's
Yeah.
cool. Jamie the Cleaner says, Levi's lacquer thinner advice is always some of my favorite detailing content. Nothing better. And then Kyler Goforth, what do you guys think about underdog coatings? Honestly, Kyler, we don't know a lot about them, so that's pretty much it. Sorry, man.
Does he mean literally in general underdog coatings?
Yeah.
Like
The
coating-
company is called Underdog.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think it's here in the U.S.
people root for the underdog.
Yeah. Graham says, I'm now officially jealous of my wife's Rag Company t-shirt, kindly brought over by Levi. How do I get my own? You should have asked. All you
Yeah.
said was you wanted one for her, so I grabbed it
He's
for
like,
her.
I meant it for me. He's like, I was just trying to say that, be nice.
Yeah, it was very nice.
He
I
didn't
would have
read
brought you
between
one,
the
bud.
lines.
But you can buy one. You can you can ask John Holt to maybe
John?
add one on his next order because I know
Got
he's
the
placing an
hookup,
order. You can order one straight from us if you want.
Sure.
You can do that too. So still he's saying, wait. So hand sanitizer is lacquer thinner, or did Levi mean lacquer thinner for paint, hand sanitizer for the all right. So start over. Lacquer thinner, amazing on paint to remove tree sap,
Yeah.
tar, glue, any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Road transfer, paint transfer, any of that stuff. Hand sanitizer works also well in a pinch for tar pitch or tree pitch, sap, the actual thick globules of sap that drop on the car. Hand sanitizer that's thick works really well because you can squirt it onto the spot and let it just settle.
Dissolves.
And then help break it down. They come back over with your towel and wipe it off. Now, I like using it on glass because it's a sloped surface. And sometimes when you hit it with a razor blade, sometimes you can just pop the pieces off. It's no big deal. But let's say you hit one, it's gooey, and it just keeps streaking down the side. Well, that's when the hand sanitizer works because you can squirt it onto that spot, let it sit, come back over with your razor blade or a towel and wipe it off.
Yeah.
I don't like putting lacquer thinner on glass. That's just something I don't like doing.
No.
So I try to keep it only on clear coat.
Get rid of those tree boogers.
That's right.
True.
Jamie the cleaner
we
says,
have one more
Luke-
question here. So, wait, Luke, I have a struggling podcast you can tune into anytime. And then Shiny Light says, Jamie, I love your podcast. All right, so
Yes.
we've made it to
Break
the
time.
halfway mark, and we're going to a brief break. And I believe we have a guest, Dane.
We do. So I'm going to kind of let the cat out of the bag and say, bring your PNS questions with you for the second half, please.
I'm glad you said it that way.
That will definitely be something we want to encourage. So if you have questions that might be relevant for somebody who wants to talk some P&S, bring them after this quick break. Hello, and welcome back from the break. We have our guest. It's Kyle. Welcome to the show.
What's up,
Kyle.
dude?
Hey, everybody.
And
Yay,
a round of
Kyle.
applause. We got some questions building out, but obviously, PNS Off-Road, fun new line, PNS Classic, all that stuff. Ready to double, like you name it. There's a lot to talk about, but yeah.
Yeah, no, there's no audio.
Yeah,
there.
No
won't
audio.
be-
You can take them off.
You won't be
Yeah,
hearing anything
yeah,
to hear.
yeah.
This is mostly so I
I'm
can
not
get
hearing nothing.
cues.
So
when
we
we're about to
usually,
go
we
break or
usually hear it
something.
so we can hear
Yeah.
Nick, but my pack
That's all
wasn't
right.
working. Anthony took his off.
I'm
so-
lazy. Yeah.
Yeah, so we just said, let's not worry about it.
Kyle,
But
I would- Kyle,
I
I'd-
look cool like you guys, so
Well, I'd
I know
say
he has to listen.
yeah.
Kyle's a pretty big guy, I would say, right?
Custom
Right?
fit.
He could be the Jack Reacher,
could
right?
be a
Of,
Jack
of our
Reacher.
group, right? He's pretty big.
Yeah, he'd be the biggest
Oh,
Jack
man.
Reacher there. All right, so
We last
Graham,
stopped off at Jamie.
right there.
Love
All
your
right, Jamie,
podcast.
love your podcast.
And then we have our first question
Andy.
here. Oh, relevant.
Andy
All right.
Stilley, who was here for TRC MA, saying, how long do you wait between coats of Legend? Do you do Soul immediately after, or are there time frames? And what about how long after a coat of Legend should Beadmaker be okay to top with?
That's a great
a lot
question.
of questions.
It's a lot in there. So the general rule for us is 45 minutes to an hour between coats,
Okay.
depending on the heat and humidity.
Yeah.
I like to go an hour. It's
Yeah.
just really simple. Once you start, 1 hour to the end and go again. Beadmaker, Sydney, she likes to top with Beadmaker. I do Soul and I leave it.
Yeah.
Maybe I come back, and do a top of it the next day, but I don't want to get into that coating cure time and
Right.
doing it. The only time you really need to hit it with Beadmaker is if you're kicking it out the door and you want to protect the coating from the elements. Maybe it's going to rain or something, and your customer just wants to get it home. But that's the only time I Beadmaker.
Yeah, I find that I don't like using Beadmaker on a freshly coated Legend car. I can do it on Soul,
Yeah.
and I can do it on Inspiration, but there's something about I like to tend to wait. If I coat Legend and it's at least 24 hours before the customers come pick it up, then I can throw a little Beadmaker on it, and then it's not so bad. But you're right, that curing time starts to get a little scary sometimes.
I overdid it one time.
Yeah.
It scares me. So
Yeah.
I kind of, I had an employee that just Beadmaker a little too soon,
Yeah,
and we ended up having to do some touch-up work.
yeah, I can see
So-
that.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Grant Marshall says, confession time. Oh, no. Watching a 2018 Waxstock video with Levi in it. 2018 was our last visit, but we didn't visit the stand. I'm so ashamed.
That's all right.
Aw.
It's all right, Graham. You made up for it by
Yeah.
bringing me an advent calendar full of
Iron
Iron
Brew.
Brew.
Yeah,
That was fine.
Pretty amazing.
Pretty happy about that.
Jamie the cleaner says, "Thank you, Tim at Shiner Light Detailing. You're the man."
Oh, nice.
And then we have Hans Closen says, "Would you dilute Carpet Bomber? If so, what ratio?"
Yeah, Carpet Bomber in the gallon is dilutable up to 4-to-1, but it's ready to use in the pint.
Yeah.
So I like a full strength.
Yeah.
I mean, a fine mist of it. I use steam, so steam tends to boost it even more. But yeah, I'm ready to go out of the gallon.
Nice.
You dry extract it,
Yeah.
or what do you do for
The diaper wrap method, I really like that. I do have one of those steam extractors.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Do you
but-
vacuum after you're? I mean, do you vacuum after you're
Yes.
done?
Yeah. Well, and then we use finisher because you got to neutralize the Carpet Bomber.
Absolutely. And Steve says, "This is Maddie. LOL. I'm just on a different account."
Well, Maddie, enjoy hanging out at home. She's one of our employees. She's one of
burner
our-
account.
Yeah,
is what
she's one of our
that is,
packers
right?
using a burner account.
Now we know. Now we know not to trust Steve on
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Right? She's on the inside.
Yeah, I think Maddie's homesick today, so that's probably why she's got some time on her hands there. Eminem saying, "We will see you at Auto Mechanica Frankfurt." Can't
see
wait,
us.
Eminem. Come by, say hi.
Yeah.
I'll be there. Dane and I will be there. Han says, "It was great meeting you, John. Hope the Stroop waffles don't give you too high of a sugar rush."
Good
Well,
luck.
You know, we know that those Netherlands Stroop waffles are are built a little different.
We should have got some when we were wandering around Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Some of the shops that were making them fresh.
They
That's
were
true.
So why didn't we do that?
I don't know.
Well, because
like
you
I'm
weren't
looking.
sure.
I'm looking.
I think
back,
it was because we were running on 30 hours of no sleep, and we kept saying we should, and then neither of us ever made the move to do anything. We just kept walking.
Well, there was also a high likelihood that if you walked into a place that had stroopwafel in the window, they may not have been a bakery. You could have been walking into a not safe for work situation. So
I'm pretty sure a lot of those were just stroopwafel shops.
I think they were. Dan, I think they were.
I think you were looking at
Some
other
seem
stuff.
to be kind of towing the line.
I was a little jealous of you guys with all the stroopwafel talk. I mean,
Yeah.
I saw that, so I ordered some stroopwafels
Yeah.
on Amazon.
Yeah,
man.
there you go.
And it just wasn't as good as the ones I've had from other people.
Right.
Yeah.
I gave them my kids, and my kids are like, "Oh, they
No,
don't like
they're
them."
best when they're gifted to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nothing tastes better than a
It's like a
gifted
fortune cookie.
stroopwafel.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
people
Yeah.
look at them, they imagine how it's going to taste, and then it's more bland than they think it's going to be.
When I flew to the SDC, United had the little pack of an individual one.
Oh, yeah.
It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, the little
And
ones are nice.
I was kind of disappointed they didn't have them on the flight back, but I was totally jealous.
Well,
It's
Yeah.
kind of
So
like a
I tried
biscotti.
to
It's a
I tried to
coffee
get in
thing.
with you
What
guys
were
a
those
little bit.
ones?
Hot chocolate.
or hot
That's what they're
chocolate.
designed for. A hot
Yeah.
drink.
Yeah.
You set them on top. They have to. That heat
Yeah.
has to soften them up a bit.
So what?
I think it could.
Where did remember we got those ones that were wrapped in a clear packaging?
Yeah.
We got like 3 of them.
Yeah.
Who do those come from?
Hans.
Oh, those are the best stroopwafels.
Those are
I've
gifted.
had.
Those were a gifted stroopwafel.
Those were a gifted stroopwafel, and they were the
They
best.
just
I've
come
had.
with magic when they're gifted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Harry Housewife dropping 10 pounds.
Yeah, wow.
Dropping a little something. You guys deserve it for Levi dropping me the hat and the times I photobombed and Dane and Anthony's lives and recordings you guys did. Thank you, man. We appreciate it, Darren.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Alex saying Jamie has the perfect blend of high temperatures and a humidity to allow the cannon flip to happen.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's that thick. You know, because Jamie lives in the South, similar
Deep
to,
South.
I don't know if you guys know this, Kyle's from the Deep South as
Yeah.
well. He lives in L.A.
Yeah.
Different South.
Southern Californian.
Yeah, it is right. So when Kyle's out there on his fan boat,
Jamie was
you know,
doing those flips, and I showed my employees, and now they're wearing out all the O-rings on my guns.
See?
So they think they're
Just
cool like
destroying
Jamie.
him.
Jamie does it once per video, right? So
Yeah.
he and he has extra quick disconnects, right? So
Right.
he's ready to replace as needed.
Oh.
Yeah.
he makes it look so effortless.
My guys are
Exactly.
flipping them like they're revolvers, just thinking they're
Yeah, and they live in the wild, but they're
Yeah. different
they're doing a
Wild
little Doc
West.
Holiday.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Alex, Alex says release the new
Release the Henin Cut.
Henin Cut
Henin Cut 2019. I think we need to create that. I think it
man.
needs to go. It's our 2019 UK adventure that has never been
Man.
seen or sent. So that's release the
It's
Henin
buried
Cut.
somewhere in the server. I don't know if it's still
Yeah,
out there.
it's on your
We'll
phone,
have to
Dane.
look.
It's on the cloud. I saw it. JTC, you make it look so effortless. Jamie the Cleaner. Great TikTok, by the way, buddy. Look at this. This is becoming
Yeah.
a Jamie the Cleaner.
It's a Jamie
appreciation.
appreciation
fame
cast.
inside the. See,
Yeah.
this is why you want to hang around our
That's
circles,
right.
right?
That's
You
right.
know. Be part of the Grand Ambassador program. You never know what kind of doors it opens.
Oh, we're not
Hey,
important.
right.
Jamie's coming to PNS next week.
Oh
Nice.
my God!
Look at that.
Really spreading the love there.
That's how we do it.
So, and he's going to go there for training.
Yeah, they're doing an Auto Geek and PNS collaboration,
Sweet.
and
Fun.
he's coming out.
Yeah.
That's
That's
sweet.
awesome.
That was
Jamie,
all Sydney.
Enjoy it. Make sure on your flight you order all of the. But charge them, right? Maybe when you get to the hotel, right? Get some room service going.
snacks and
Maybe have your
things.
laundry done, right?
Yeah.
I'm excited for him. It's his first flight.
Oh my gosh.
First flight.
I think I heard
Impressive.
that.
I
From
think Bob told us
yeah.
that.
I mean,
Wow.
PNS is like, hey, man.
That's what they do.
Hop on a plane.
They're first flight
Yeah, well, I mean,
man.
breakers.
Yeah,
Sydney never flew so much until
Yeah.
she worked for PNS.
dude,
what happens.
it's like I said, Jamie, live it up, right?
Enjoy
right,
it.
Yep.
right when you get there, room service, you name it, right? Maybe
Say, my name's Bob Phillips, and I'm taking care of this.
yeah.
Sorry, Bob.
Han says, I've used lacquer thinner on a cotton makeup pad, makeup disc to soften sap.
Oh, that works. Yep.
Yep, works as well.
Another way to do it.
John says, Graham Marshall, holler at me, and I'll get one added to my next shipment over from TRC. There you go.
Yeah.
And then the Harry Housewife saying, John Hull, legend. John says, Hans, closing. It was awesome meeting you too. Thank you for the Stroop fossils. They were awesome. They helped me with a lot of energy last week.
He needed it.
Yeah. MB Auto Detailing saying new matching cabinets or save the cash. This is a hard one.
Is there
Because it
something
really
better you can
depends.
be using that for?
Yeah, but it really depends on how you're setting it up, MB. So here's when I had my shop, I had a couple of the plastic Suncast cabinets in there. And the reason was my guys would beat stuff up in my shop.
Yeah.
They just did. I couldn't keep things nice. So I had those Suncast plastic yard cabinets. And I did that because I could pressure wash them out because my guys
Yeah.
would spill chemicals, spill products. I could pressure wash them out. They wouldn't deteriorate. They wouldn't break. And then they were cheap enough I could just swap them out later and buy
It's
new ones.
functional. It does what it needs
However, if it's just you by yourself and you're working in your shop and maybe two guys, you can train your guys to take care of stuff. I figured out a sneaky way. I was buying Worth products. Worth had a deal back then. If you just signed up for their free freight account, you could get anything that was on their free freight. You pay a monthly fee. You could get things that needed to be freight shipped. They wouldn't charge you for them at all. So I got all my Worth red cabinetry for free. So I bought what would normally be about $5,000 worth of cabinets from Worth. I got for free because I was paying them $100 a month for just free freight on any of the stuff that I needed.
Oh wow.
Totally crazy, but I saw that deal and I thought, oh, I'll just order this. I just did the math.
Yeah.
And it worked out. And that stuff they would just literally ship to me with a zero balance invoice because I was part of the free freight plan. So sometimes there's things like that. I don't know if that happens now, but this was 10 years ago and it was a pretty sweet deal. So that's why I did it. But there's a lot of stuff you can do. And honestly, it's really, what are you looking for? Is your shop a shop where you have customers in and you're doing your business in the shop with somebody, or do you have a waiting area that is separate from the shop?
Yeah.
That's the real question, because you could get away with something cheaper, but if it's like this is the aesthetic of the business and they're walking in and I only have one bay and I do everything.
Or it's social media use. Or,
Right. Do you want it to look nice? Do you want it to have... It's really the question. Now, you don't have to go heavy-duty Sabre cabinets. You can go New Age. You can go any of the other more
go down
expensive
to Home
ones.
Depot, man.
Go down to Home Depot and get
Wait
some
till
Husky
Wait till
cabinets.
Black Friday, get yourselves. I'm telling you, man, those Husky cabinets I have,
they're nice.
They hold up.
they're doing the job. And you know what? I open up those drawers and open up those doors every day.
Yeah.
Every single day.
Yeah, and they look great in your garage.
They look good. Jamie the Cleaner says, "Oh, I have some PNS questions. I have some questions for PNS. Hashtag make bead maker blue again. Wow, that is quite the statement.
I have a gallon of that still.
Do you?
He's like, I never used that one.
So
but
everybody reminisces of how they have the product.
It's my.
No one's used it.
I'm gonna keep it until it turns green.
It's on my shelf of of friends and their bottles. Like I have me, Rennie, Sydney, Justin, and Blue Maker.
Anthony.
So
Anthony's picture.
there you go.
It's maybe it was sold less. I don't want
Anthony
I don't
Fisher's
want-
Blue
I don't
Bead Maker.
want the
Summer
Anthony
People are
drink.
buying it who have
Bead
no idea who
maker.
you are. Who's this guy?
Who's that guy? It's a rag company guy.
It's you eating the donut and the coffee
Yeah.
with the quail.
Yeah.
Picture. MJ, Mike J, saying, I placed an order for Dreammaker and Express Interior Cleaner. They will arrive tomorrow, and I'm excited to try them for the first time. Welcome to your new addiction, Mike.
Enjoy.
Hans, could Terminator, Carpet Bomber, and Finisher be made in one product? Rennie said a few times he stacked it. So a bottle with all three could be an option? Question mark. If so, how many milliliters of product would you use? Hans...
There's a timing thing.
Finisher's going to deactivate all of them.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah, because it's going to
Terminator's an
damage.
enzyme to clean stains. You can stack on top of each other. You can go Terminator, B-Maker,
and
or
I think that's
Carpet
what
Bomber.
I think that's when Rennie was talking to you, Hans. That's what he said.
Yeah.
You use them in line of each other. I wouldn't like.
You can't literally just spray them
literally
all at the same time in one spot.
pouring
that
them on
would
top
expect
of each
it to
other.
work.
The only time I've ever used Finisher before the others is when I'm trying to remove blood because of the peroxide in it.
There you go.
That's it.
There you go.
The more you know.
Bam.
Hans says Jamie the Cleaner to Jamie the Cleaner. Sydney would come and find you and slap you.
Wow.
What?
Okay,
Jeez.
that's
Hans.
weird.
Aggressive.
Hans says
She's not that angry.
Graham says, lads, where are we at? Shine your light. Questions. Can you explain the difference between ACA 500 and 510 for anyone? Both are labeled P1000 or finer. Thank you. Shine your light. I don't know which product you're talking about.
Do you know what
ACA
is?
500 and 510 for everyone.
Is ACA from 3D?
Maybe.
I think those
Both
are
are
their
like
terms.
P1000 or finer.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I think
if you
ACA
could,
is from the 3D line.
Shine your light
Yeah.
on the brand that you're talking
yeah,
about.
please do that.
Yeah, please clarify.
Graham Marshall says, lads, if I asked John to order me 2 shirts, would you sign one for me?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Totally.
You have to. So here's the deal. We need more shirts.
We need more shirts. I got to put in an order.
It's like you need to do that
I
today.
need to get an order built.
Like so, we are very low on stock on shirts right
I
now.
I'm
walked
sure you
Mark
order
Abar
some in
through.
like large mammal sizes.
We'll get some
need more.
4X and all that. So we just we need to.
Yeah, we
I
can
need a
do that,
Dreammaker.
Graham. We've got a light amount, but we need to get some shirts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hans says
Closing,
King
saying,
Kyle's
King
in
Kyle.
What's up, buddy?
This is when they realize.
Alex
Oh, dang.
saying Kyle, what's good? Stilly saying Kyle. And then Jamie, it just got extreme in the house. Hello, Kyle. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And then Hans says, Kyle, what's your favorite towel when removing polish and compounds off RVs and campers?
Well, I love your version in the yellow color because I've kept with my colors of the Miner.
Oh yeah, the gold.
It glides nicely over.
365.
Yeah, it's enough to pull off compound for me. I don't really want to use something really plush.
Yeah.
I save those for very delicate surfaces. But my guys will go to my really nice towels that I've gotten from you. I'm like, stop!
Don't do
This is an
that.
RV. There's fiberglass. There's no. Let's go to the Miners, the 365 with the yellow.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, I was up here and I got a couple cases of them.
Yep.
And they're holding out pretty nice.
Nice.
So,
Oh, they're durable. Really durable.
yeah.
There you go. That's why it's such a great towel.
Yeah.
Grant says your favorite cars from Waxstock, and what's the Stjarnaglas car? Was it a Volvo?
It's a Saab 9.6, 1976 9.6.
With a new 9.3 motor.
With a 9.3 motor in it
2
that's
liter.
from like the early 2000s, but it's
Yeah.
been tuned out the wazoo.
Thing was, that little car was fun.
It
was pretty cool.
Crazy. You sat in
crap
it.
crazy.
I got to sit in it and let it run for a bit.
And without AC.
Without AC, it was hot.
Well,
blew
me,
my
well,
eardrums out.
well, me and Jack removed the front splitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and him, we broke down a pallet because the air suspension got stuck on a weird setting. We had
It
to
needed to
level
be
it.
level and it was at an angle. So
Yeah.
if it was level, it would have worked. But because it was at a slight angle, we had to push it to where it was level so it would come up.
So then we had to remove the front splitter, but the only way to do that was to roll it down the hill, and it was already stuck in its lowest position. So we had to break down a pallet.
So you could
So
ramp it.
we were
to
like
get-
kicking pallets and shoving them underneath the tires, and we
Yeah.
got it. It worked
Good
out.
time.
Yeah.
So what was your favorite cars of Waxstock?
Favorite cars at Waxstock, man.
Reliant Robin.
God.
That R34?
That R34 is probably.
Oh, the R34, yeah. Abdul's R34 was like just wild, man. I mean, well, it's an R34, right? And it's a no spec, meaning
Yeah.
that it's not any spec. He calls it a no spec because
Yeah.
it's not the
Yeah.
spec V. So it was just cool seeing one in person, right? Especially when he's like, "Hey, you want to open it up and
sit in it, hop in it."
He's like, "You want to touch some things?" Like, absolutely. So he actually sent me some photos of his wax stock haul, right, of all of his towels. I'm gonna post those to you on the Instagram so you guys can see his car because it's really pretty. Other cars I really like there. I mean, the GR Yaris, obviously. What's weird is that the top 16, because I had to have them explain to me the top 16. The top 16 were not the most modified cars. They were just cars that had some of the cleanest paint.
Right. That's what it is. That's what the top 16 are.
That's all it was,
Best
right?
looking.
So there was like a newer, I think it was just like a GTI, on stock wheels. I think it was on stock wheels with maybe like lowering springs or something. Nothing else.
Yeah.
And the paint was just in good shape.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a strange thing. I wasn't used to that.
Mine was the Jag in the Maguire's booth. That X-Type.
S-Type.
S-Type.
Or S-Type.
Yeah.
That is the best quintessential. The S-Type is the best Jag ever built of any type of car ever in the history of mankind.
It's just better than any Jag that I know.
It's really better. And I know you agree with me because you and I are both looking at it going, this is a real driver's car. This is a proper GT coupe.
Well, it's a
sedan.
it's a GT sedan that you could drive across the country and in comfort, right?
In comfort,
literally,
with plenty of power. It had a V8 in it that was supercharged.
Yeah, you're not straining the motor at all. You're having
not a lot of
good
Jags
time.
come with a V8 supercharged like that.
Yeah, and it was just like I said, in the crackle tune that it had on it, it's just unlike anything I've ever heard.
Yeah, I've never heard a Jag sound like that before. That was a crazy
I
thing.
love the fact that it was green. Right?
Me too.
Because the thing is, you don't see a lot of green Jags.
Yeah.
And
there aren't a lot of green
with tan
Jags.
interiors that look
tan
that
interior
good.
that looked that good.
God, man.
It was quite possibly my favorite car because I saw it and I was like, that's a proper Jaguar.
Yeah,
I
same.
said
It was
rad
rad because it was gutted and caged.
No, it was
it had a
comfortable,
cruiser.
Heated
GT
and
cruiser.
cooled
He had a
Recaro
5-speed in there. He said
seats.
he had a 5-speed. He had it was very nice.
I mean, this is bad for me, but I also feel bad for you just having to sit here and suffer through this as these two go on.
If you would have seen it, you would have been like, you've been on our side with us, Kyle. You've been like, yeah, I could do that.
What was the car? Was it an Escort? Was it the Escort?
The Escort Turbo RS.
Yeah, that was pretty.
That was pretty rad.
Very cool.
Yeah.
The first gen with the bike on the roof and stuff. Yeah, very cool.
I don't know though. I mean, like I thought the cars were good there this year, but I think the R34 was like the main jaw dropper, right? Because that's just it stands out in a crowd, especially for us Americans. But yeah, I would say that those are my favorite.
I'm always excited to see the hashtag Big Blue Taxi, which is the XF Sport Brake, the Jag. But it's got the same engine as mine, but it's the big blue wagon.
And then also though too, I mean, and then Jackson 3 was there. His E46 was there, and
it cleaned up good.
Getting some major detail work, and it looked awesome. That's also probably one of my other favorite cars. I got to sit in that thing, and that thing, man, dude, that thing was notchy. I love the way the shifter felt on it. I mean, it's a good feeling car.
I never even got a shot of that Jag that I
got
so
some.
much.
I'll show you later. But we got a podcast to do here, guys.
So Matt says, what's your favorite towel for rinseless? I know Obsessed Garage uses the Pluffle. Would like to get your thoughts. So the Pluffle would be fine. That's like, well, actually, the weird thing is the Pluffle is fine. But that was like a weird thing that Matt chose on his own. Yeah. We had no say in. We never said, hey, this is a great rinseless wash towel. He just said it and said, this is my rinseless wash towel. And I said, but you didn't even use it yet. He's like, this is my rinseless wash towel. And I said, okay, do what you want to do.
Don't question
that
the man.
is an extremely soft drying towel for delicate surfaces, and I will live and die by that. It can be used as a rinseless, but my preferred towel for rinseless, I love the Equal 350s. I think that they're affordable. I think that they're easy to throw into a bucket, easy to use. They have a high enough pile to be able to safely remove dirt. The 500s are going to be thicker. It can also be used as rinseless. It's a much higher pile than the 350s, and feels nice when you're wiping. And then the Minx Royale is another great rinseless wash towel that has a very spongy feel. But I always goes towards the Ultra Plush. But we've also used Creatures around here for rinseless washing. I mean, what about you, Levi?
For that,
so I like Creatures mostly for that because of the price. I think it's easier. I like being able to flip the towel, have a shorter side. I like a longer side if I need it. I probably use those on that's what I like. That's just what I use. Period for that kind of stuff because it just works. So
go back
holds
and
a lot of liquid.
Watch your video with the Elantra where you clean up the bird crap off the roof.
That was fun
That's
too.
a Creature in action.
Give it a shot. I mean, just because honestly, Matt chose that because Matt chose it for Matt reasons.
His brain did that thing his brain does, and it just went, yep.
He had a hard reset holding the Pluffle. He goes,
The Apple logo came
This
on.
is my rinseless wash towel.
Tune played, and then it's
say,
just like,
you got it.
This is it.
So I think what Kimberly meant was the Clean Maker on this.
Yeah.
So, okay, so I've been doing the Clean Maker, which is the mix of Dream Maker and Bead Maker, but wonder, can we mix Bead Maker and paint gloss since it helps with static? So, Kimberly, I don't know if the chemistry works that way on that, but you can.
I don't even know the chemistry worked
but
that
you
way
can,
with Dream Maker.
I don't
and
think it
Bead
did
Maker,
either, but you can take
they're-
Bead Maker, wipe it down, and then immediately wipe over with paint gloss to help reduce that. But honestly, I don't ever have that issue. So
Functionally, I feel like the products work better when you keep them separate, though, and then use them one after the other instead.
We had this question come up on Sydney and I. We have our Q&A on
Yeah.
every other Monday. So Bead Maker and coffee. And we talked with Dave after. And Dave said, don't do it.
there you go.
See?
The Clean Maker is working fine. If you're doing Clean Maker, enjoy it. But paint gloss has cleaning ability and lubricants that you don't want to
They don't
mix.
mix.
Yeah, there's cleaners in there.
It will not work together with Bead Maker.
There you go.
There
All right.
we are. All right, on to page 1. Neil Walker.
I love how detailers are so creative, though.
Yeah, no, everybody wants to combine
Hey.
everything at all times.
Yeah.
Have at it.
Neil Walker says, with this heat wave, mobile guys have the best warming lamps for free. You're not
Yeah,
wrong.
It's true. The coating dries instantly.
Yeah. Nate Marcy saying, looking to purchase a 2013 Mustang Boss 302. I normally would use CSL plus EXO for my coating. Is it safe on the matte vinyl stripes? If not, what could I use? Any additional info I should know about matte vinyl?
Yeah, no, you're fine to do it. I would probably say
You could also-
expect that there is going to be a darkening effect that kind of happens on those areas, but as long as you're universally applying it and wiping it off in the right amount of time, it should wipe off like normal.
Yeah, and I would say also, if you wanted to, you could do Inspiration and Soul. You could do Legend and Soul, and you're not going to have any issues. And most people think like, oh, matte vinyl, what do I do? What's different about it? It's vinyl. It just doesn't have a glossifying top coat on it.
I think it's really important to coat matte vinyl.
Yeah.
You're going to fill the pores. It's going to last longer. You're not going to get the spotting as bad if you take good care of it. But the one thing I would do is make sure you coat the entire stripe together.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
start, no stop. Like Anthony said, evenly.
Yeah.
It's really important. And
But yeah,
all
it's
of
not
those
going
would
to
work.
change the color of it. It'll just darken it a little
Yeah,
bit.
it gives it
Richer.
no gloss, but it does make it look richer, a deeper
Yeah.
look.
Les Hernandez says, "Hello, guys from Louisiana. Do you think it really makes a difference to go over an all-in-one with some more wax, or the all-in-one could stand on its own? Thanks."
It depends on which.
I don't know. I guess it really depends on what you're doing. Because an all-in-one, I mean, like the protection qualities are. You typically are going to use an all-in-one for the fact that it is an all-in-one, right? Otherwise, you're going to use a standalone polish or compound, and then you're going to use another protective, style product. However, there's the weird instance of the Uno Protect and Bead Maker combo that works fantastic.
Yes.
Uno Protect is an all-in-one, and then you're hitting it with Bead Maker for that extra gloss and extra slick feel.
Yeah.
And we find that the chemistry actually works fine doing that, which we kind of confirm from both Rupes side and PNS side.
It's a good wipe.
So that's a good combination. But yeah, I don't see why you couldn't just take wax over the top of it. I don't think there's any downside to doing that. You just do it. See what happens. Hans says, fresh Stroop waffles will rock your world. I can't talk. I've talked too much.
Back to page 1. All right,
I could
Jamie.
imagine that. I really am bummed that we missed out on that.
Yeah.
Something to look forward to next
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Jamie the Cleaner says a fresh Stroop sounds like the best. Fancy stoops. And then Hans, the clear bagged ones came from Patrick, I think. Mine came in a tin box, and the single tiny ones were in a wrapper. Yours came in a big box that we had over here. No, it's out front. It's sitting on the.
So we have those are the original.
Those are the
those
first gen.
Yeah, those are the original. The ones that Patrick sent were also very good,
Yeah.
though. They were like drier, but they were like also very flavorful.
Yeah,
It's like somebody
I'm
turned up the
craving
Instagram
Stroop waffles
filter a
right
little more
now.
vibrant.
we might have to make a run.
What do we got? Where do we buy them?
We can go to like the Fancy Albertsons, or
Does Albertsons have them?
Or do Fancy Albertsons has them?
Costco had them for a while.
What about World Market?
Yeah, World Market has
yeah.
them.
Cost Plus.
But
Yeah.
what I like about World Market is everything is like old expired goods that they haven't been able to sell in real stores, right? So you get them at a discount, right? But what I love is buying their gummies there because
I knew it was going to turn into a gummy
they
conversation.
They're
Pre-seasoned.
more than stale.
Yeah.
Like they are. They are.
He's like, these are the worst, and thus they're the best.
Years old, right? And the lady's like, "Are you sure you want to buy candy here?" I said, "I came here for this reason."
The reason I'm
She
here.
just
It's my
looks like
favorite
this
candy
guy.
store. It's like
Are
somewhere
you
furniture store.
sure you don't want to buy a fake plant or anything else? Maybe
You're
a
on a
woven basket.
first name
I said,
basis
"Listen,
with those
lady,
people
ring
now."
up the gummies."
JB saying, "What's up, Kyle? What's your go-to towel for applying bead maker, specifically on the windshield?"
The FTW. I like that orange FTW. Sydney sold me on that. I've
The
always
bead maker
loved the
towel.
orange.
Awesome towel.
You know,
Yeah.
was it the
Eagle
400?
500.
Yeah, 500. And that was kind of my go-to. And then I started using the FTW, and I'm like, all right, fine. I'll get a bunch of them.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's the difference in the pile. It's dense, but you have a much shorter, tighter pile.
Well, it's a more
for it.
absorbent.
The street, it just doesn't allow. It just like flashes faster. You know, the other one just leaves more behind. This you can watch
just
as you're
Because the
applying.
eagle,
it
it's
just-
like fingers. It just kind of
Well, I
wave
think it's
over
the-
this way,
it's-
wave over that way. It's like a mop almost.
The pressure points of the FTW, it reduces those. It gives it a nice, even wipe and makes it nice. Brionicle77 says, yesterday a gator was roaming the streets of Los Angeles, a.k.a. the Deep South. That doesn't surprise me going down there, right? You never know.
There's
what
a lot
you're
of
gonna-
gator,
what you're
a
gonna
lot of
see,
gator strikes
right?
down there. in the
Exactly,
South.
right? Exactly. I mean, the thing is with the the fentanyl all over the streets and things like that.
Okay, so we're
You're
talking
gonna have
about
a
that,
lot of different things coming out of the
They might not
woodwork.
even be a real gator,
Right?
You're
That's
just
the
riding your
crazy thing.
fan boat down the LA River, and you're
Yeah.
like, all right, this is normal.
Yeah. You don't know what's
I don't know
what's
about the
gonna-
gators. I know about a lot
lot of other things down
lizards
there.
and stuff. So.
Yeah.
Andy saying, express question. Anyone have any experience in the comparison of PNS Express to Pro Car Beauty C10 APC, which is very dilutable for different applications?
not.
So I haven't used Pro's Car Beauty C10 APC in a very, very long time, Andy. I will say I like Express 100,000 times more than Car Beauty's C10 APC. I'll just tell you, I like Pro products. I grew up on Pro products. That's what I used for years. That's what my parents used. So I've got a lot of experience in the line. You're right. It says C10 tends to dry surfaces out a bit. Wondering if switching to Express can help with this. Yes, Express is going to keep it a little more moisturized. Easy way to
A nice
describe
finish, and you don't really need to dilute it. I mean, you can go 1-to-1.
it. I
if
do
you
1-to-1.
want.
I do 1-to-1 always.
Yeah. That's the best way. But ready to use or 1-to-1. Don't go any further than that.
But cleans and does everything it needs to. So, Han says, Kyle, what brand of Stroop waffles did you get? You might not have picked the right brand.
You're right. I think I picked the wrong brand. I'll have to go on my Amazon account. I was so jealous of you guys. I literally went on and bought them when we were in Kentucky. And I told Sydney, I'm like, when we get home, I have Stroop waffles. She's like, awesome. And I tried them, and I'm like, these are not like what I had. We have a friend that's in the mafia. I can't recall his name at the moment, but he's from Denmark.
Yeah.
And Rennie's good buddies with him. We had our event back in November, our SEMA event up in Big Bear, and he brought a bunch of them. I was hoarding them.
Yeah.
And I would put one in the microwave for like 6 seconds. It was
That's
perfect.
all you need. That's all you need.
That's all you
Yeah.
need.
5 wasn't
Warm it up enough.
7 was too much.
Yeah.
6 seconds. Oh man, that was perfect.
Just
Yeah.
warm, melts, pulls
Yeah,
apart.
I
Right?
just-
You can see the caramel pulling apart.
Someone saw me shoving them in my backpack, and I
Like-
got in trouble. And
Have you guys ever had them in ice
Might have
cream?
to.
So,
might have to-
I haven't-
I'm
so-
sure that'd
Sunday
be. I'm
situation?
sure that'd be
So
amazing.
here's what I haven't had. I haven't had them in ice cream, but this just came to me, right? Stroop waffle, standard Stroop waffle, right? With a very, but Levi's not into this. Dane, you might be into this. A very fine layer of Nutella over the top.
I
right?
love Nutella. What are you talking
I've
about?
never seen Nutella
I'm down.
ever. Do you like Nutella?
I'm the one that loves Nutella.
I've literally never seen you eat Nutella. I was eating Nutella every day at Waxstock.
You
right?
were.
And you were like, you had jam.
Yeah, because I had jams, lots of jams.
He just didn't want that.
But
Do you know how much
spread, I
money?
guess.
Do you know how much money my household spends on Nutella every day?
I didn't know you were a chocolate hazelnut family.
oh man,
Well, no. So me and Augie are the consumers of such chocolate hazelnuts goodness.
Yeah.
That I literally have to tell him whenever we go to the store. He's like, "We need more Nutella," and I'm like, "Dude, we've got a jug. You don't
So
need it."
I haven't tried that, but I would love to try Nutella over a Stroop waffle.
Yeah,
just
I
a
could do
thin
that.
layer, take a bite,
I could do
see
that.
what that's like, right? And go from there.
Here's
But
the other thing. I'm a
proper.
Nutella on toasted French bread. Oh, that's my jam. The other one,
But you just said jam.
that is my
You said
jam.
that's your.
He's
you
using a
said
turn
your-
of phrase, a colloquialism.
A lot of folks like
don't
to call
try
it
and
this way.
pigeonhole him.
So
on
here's
his
the deal,
phrasing.
Anthony Fisher. There's something I've been trying to get you to do for a long time that I'm surprised you haven't tried yet. Go to Fred Meyer's, the Kroger here. Get their soft bake at home bread.
Yeah.
Like the large one.
I know you.
Put it in the oven for the 5 minutes that you need to cook it. Dane, you should try this too. Grab yourself some whipped cream cheese
Oh man.
Oh my!
and
Katie's
strawberry jam.
Katie does not abide by cream cheese.
You could do Nutella.
Yeah.
But that's what we do. Carly and I, we crack that
Oh, no,
sucker
I-
in
I
half,
would eat the whole
and
loaf.
I just sit there and we
I'll eat
each
the
eat
whole
half
loaf.
a loaf of bread
Yeah.
in cream cheese and
So I'm.
and
Do I look like a guy
yeah,
who needs more
and
empty
jam.
calories?
Dane, it's the greatest thing because
Well,
it's hot. That
why
bread's
I
hot.
am why I am. I mean,
Oh.
ever had
Well, also,
So
Nutella?
Nutella, you could do that with hot Nutella.
Also, we're bringing
should
the
do
air
that.
fryer back in, and we take those Uncrustables, right? We put those in the air
Oh,
fryer,
yeah.
get those
Oh, you
toasted up,
guys.
Nutella
Yeah.
over the top, a little bit
Oh.
of powdered sugar. That would be a sin, right?
So
Still
I've
he
got
has
some
a point.
Uncrustables. We can bring them in tomorrow. We can-
okay, sounds like a plan. Bring enough for the whole mafia.
Yeah. Yes.
Don't go back to Blue Bead Maker. I'll have to demote all my orange towels for the blue
That's
ones.
why we have
LOL.
them. We have blue FTWs
Yeah.
specifically for that. Yeah.
I think we lost a spot here. Nope,
Yeah, we did.
that was it.
Right.
Okay,
Okay.
back to page 1 and Dino.
So Dino saying, "Hey guys, just wanted to chime in, relax on vacation, catch up later.
Enjoy,
Peace out,
man.
Dino.
Enjoy.
We've
Enjoy
missed
it.
you. We were bummed that we didn't get to see you while
Yeah.
we were there, but it was super awesome. So
Next time.
Darren answering the guy's question, saying, "I'm guessing you mean the 3D compound range. The difference is 510 is formulated to cut hard clear coats faster. 500 is great, but 510 was specifically formulated to cut hard clear coats fast. There you go. Thank you, Darren, for hopping in and answering that question. Han says, I might get a few gold 365s then for campers using green car wash towels now that need replacing soon. Yeah, I think you'd like those. Stilly saying, I wish minor towels came in different colors pack-wise, but I bet there's a similar towel offered in a different color than gray. Which towel would this be? Royal blue and gold.
Edgeless 365.
That's the name
towel
of
you're
that's the
looking
actual
for.
name of the towel is the Edgeless 365. It comes in gold, blue, and gray. The gray we just called the minor.
It's unusual practice. We normally don't do that where it's literally exactly the same towel and just has a different name. But in this case, we needed to because people were looking for a metal polishing towel. And if you tell people, oh, this Edgeless 365 is good for that, people go, yeah, but it doesn't say it's a metal polishing
Right.
towel. So I
That's
don't
why
want
we
it. So
did
we
it.
literally had to do it for branding purposes.
it's called the minor
That's one of
metal
those rare
polishing
occasions.
towels.
But it works and it's excellent. And it's actually, there's a benefit to the color because when you get it covered in a bunch
Exactly.
of, slather and that stuff, it doesn't look filthy after you wash it a few times. It still looks good
Yeah.
compared to a gold or a blue.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yep.
All right.
Han says, yep, they're blue and gold and the original gray. Then Graham says, Dane, don't listen to them. XK's forever.
Hey. Thanks, Graham.
And then Stilly says, by the way, how the heck are all four of you guys fitting into that tiny room?
It's not a big
We're
room.
making it work.
We got a fan on in here.
Yeah,
So
it's
that's
a closet
good.
with a fan.
Anthony keeps playing footsie with me.
And then Han says, Andy, they're called 365s.
Yep.
And then Grant says, Levi is Doc Holliday. Thank you.
He'll be your
Appreciate that.
Huckleberry.
Appreciate that. Omega Detailing Las Vegas says, Adam's polishes on matte vinyl looks amazing.
Adam's
There you
polish
go.
is what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which product?
specifying.
Omega, what is it? Oh, VRT. There you go.
Steve's back.
Yeah.
Or Maddie.
Steve.
Saying, my stepdad wants to polish his chrome. I know Metal Bright would work, but what towels should he use? 365 minors.
Yeah.
Just talked about
Gray
it, yep.
minors. 365 minors, Maddie.
Steve.
And
I
then
mean, Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
Omega says, oh, I meant Adams polishes VRT. Looks amazing on vinyl matte stripes. Okay.
There you go.
Is that another vinyl rubber tire dressing
Yeah.
Yeah.
on matte stripes?
You know what?
Okay.
Ridiculous says TRC. What's a big difference between PNS Mudbuster versus Brakebuster, or any of the other stuff? Higher concentration.
Well-
so I'll cover this right here. So PNS Mudbuster and Brakebuster are completely different. I mean, like literally not even on
They're-
the same.
yeah.
They're
They're different
completely
pH. They're different
products.
pHs
Just because
too.
they have Buster in the name doesn't mean
Yeah.
that's the same.
Exactly.
They're totally different pH. So one is more of an APC. All Mudbuster is an APC all around
roughly 10.
10 pH cleaner, where Brakebuster is a pH of 12.
Yeah.
And it is designed primarily for plastics, rubber, and wheels,
yeah.
to break down. It acts more as like a non-acid wheel cleaner. That's what Brake Buster was developed for.
Yeah,
where Mud Buster is designed to dissolve
soil,
organic soils like mud and grime.
Yeah. And you're using it on your paint.
So,
you're not using Brake Buster on your
everything is different in the line, and that's the hard part, because you just everybody has the expectation of like, oh, so is this the same thing, or is it just different concentrations, a different color? No, it's all completely different. I mean, it was all designed for off-road use, with Kyle being the main backer for all of the off-road testing, because you get things dirty.
Yeah. That's what I'm here today. I've been doing FAQs for the off-road line all morning.
Well, you got the shirt on.
Yeah.
You got the shirt on. There it is, right there. So, hopefully we'll have some more information out there for that kind of stuff, so that way you'll have your questions
There's
answered.
another thing, if ridiculous, there are certain things that some people can do. Yeah. A lot of times people don't realize you can go to Home Depot, you can get a pH scale.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like to
order buy a tester.
Order them off Amazon.
Order one off Amazon. That's a little easier. But you can do this. You can test your products, and you can see. You get your thing. You set it up with water. You figure out your middle ground and your neutral pH, and then you can try it. You can test some of these products. You can also see how it changes your dilution. It actually doesn't change it that much. So there's a lot of things that a lot of detailers don't really think about. Yeah, and maybe there's
or they don't care.
They don't even know.
If you don't care, you don't care. But it seems like most of our audience cares.
But it goes a long ways, especially when you got people that go like, "Oh, that's just this product's the same." It's not.
Without the bare minimum like research done or anything. It's just it has the same name.
We thought it'd be creative to say Mud Buster, right? But we weren't.
It was a spin-off. It was a spin-off name.
We have Iron Buster, Brake Buster, Mud Buster, but Iron Buster and Brake Buster are not the same either, even though we kind of went with that. But it's completely a different product. And one thing that was discussed when Mud Buster was developed is the off-road line is not just for detailers. It is for the end users. So it had to be safe for those surfaces that have powder coating and,
multiple surfaces.
We didn't want to do a expert only product, which double black, right, is the expert diamonds. We wanted to be really careful. So that's why Mud Buster is what Mud Buster is.
Yeah. There you go.
Cody says, does KCX Nano shampoo foam well for a 2-bucket method? So it doesn't foam well at all. So Nano shampoo, Nano Magic is like probably the worst foaming soap in the entire KCX line.
It's not
because that wasn't what it was meant to be done. I mean, it was meant to just be used in a bucket wash.
Use GSF.
I'm not saying you can't foam it. I'm just saying that your results are not going to be what you're expecting. So, but it's a great product regardless, though. Definitely give it a shot. Hans Closen says, Kyle, DM me a Stroopwafel shipping address.
Dang.
I'll make sure you get some of the real ones. Oh, wow. Take them up on that offer.
You
take them, because that's coming from the motherland is where that's coming from right there.
I'm trying to, lose some weight so I can look good for the McCall's event, and I got offers like this coming.
Yeah,
good luck.
Well, what you can do for the McCall's event, you put those in your back pocket, you share them with us and the rest of the team. Right?
We'll take them later because they'll be warm.
Kyle, these are warm. And he's like, go ahead.
I mean, it is 95 degrees outside, and 120 on the tarmac.
Out there on the golf course, right? Like eating, like putting Nutella over the top. All the rest of the goer, like the attendees of the event are like, who are these people? What are
they just see you with a wine spritzer and a.
I'm like, Levi, bring the detailing wagon over here. We need some more. We need some more drinks.
Is that a smoker on the back? No, it's just a heater for the Stroopwafels.
We can run a microwave off our generator.
We probably make some money at that event, walking around.
Don't let you
hot
get yourself.
Stroopwafels covered in Nutella.
Levi's going to show up with the half-gallon of Nutella from the Costco Business Center.
Yeah.
It'll be a good time right there. JB asking the best product to remove bead maker from glass after it's cured. The best product to remove bead maker from glass after it's cured.
Or level?
So you need to take it off? Like you don't want it on there anymore? Is that what you mean, JB? Because realistically, any strong APC could remove it without burning the glass.
Paint prep.
Yeah.
If you're trying to remove it, I don't know why.
Yeah.
But maybe if you're trying to level it, do the FTW. Maybe that's the question.
Clarity cream and a pad.
Clarity cream, yeah.
Yeah.
Cody Naney What kind of towel does Anthony recommend for a waterless wash to just get the really light dust off the car? Fingerprints, well, Eagles 350s, Eagle
What does
500s.
Anthony recommend?
I'm tapping into my Anthony.
What? That I'm here though.
There it is.
Oh my god.
What's up, guys?
Oh my god.
Anthony here from the
you
Rag
are
Company.
me.
I was trying to get
What's
rid
up,
of
guys?
fingerprints. Are
Flip
we
around back around.
crimes over here? What's going on?
We've got the same glasses, so that's what
things-
happens.
Things that so like Levi said, Eagles are great for waterless wash. The thing is, when I'm removing really light dust, I'm trying to be meticulous about it. I go with the higher pile option, whatever that may be. Like in my opinion, we have the 1100. It's too high pile. It's too heavy.
Yeah.
It's too dense.
Yeah.
I don't want to use that. So I'll balance between I have Everest 550s that I use for when I'm really doing some really light dusting and I want to see the dirt. I'll have Eagle 500s in light blue if I want to do that kind of stuff. I mean, any high pile towel, I just wouldn't use like a 245 or I probably wouldn't use a 365. Not saying that it's unsafe or that you can't do it. I just like the feeling of having a higher pile towel, reducing pressure points, being able to safely, pull things deep into the pile. Especially
Anything from the Eagle Edgeless family. is a
Especially if I'm
safe
doing light
choice.
dusting. I mean, yeah, that would be my go-to.
Yeah.
Can't think of anything else I would use.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
Hans says, get a McFlurry and cut up stroopwafels and then put them in the McFlurry.
That would
sounds
literally be insane.
sounds like a horrible idea.
What, or no, you go to DQ, right?
Yeah.
And they say, what would you like in your Blizzard? And I
And
say,
you slap
and you
them down.
pull out a Ziploc bag and you say, I brought my own. Can you
got my own mix-ins?
Can you grind that in? They're like, sir, at a sanitary
Yeah, that
reasons,
is
we
not-
cannot
yeah.
do that.
I don't know where that's been, sir.
Yeah, and I say, I don't know. I've seen your bins. I'm like, this isn't that much worse. Just
Yeah.
throw it in.
Bill Pearson says, hey, Kyle, I just sent the PNS off-road detail spray, interior cleaner, and dressing out to Havasu with my brother for his Can-Am, and he
Nice.
loved it.
Great.
Awesome. Thanks, Bill. Hey, I love that picture.
Yeah, that's a nice IS there.
Yeah.
Darren
He's a
says,
big fan of Sydney.
Nutella, guys, when you're back, I'll get my wife to sort you some of her Nutella cookies.
Ooh.
Did you guys try the ones I brought this year? No! You had 30 cookies homemade, not sure who got it. We didn't get any of them.
we didn't get any.
What?
Darren, I'm pulling your friendship now
Well, it was good
because
knowing
we
you.
didn't
Yeah, man.
see,
Yeah.
what the heck?
You won't ever
No.
be starstruck again because you'll never see Levi again.
Oh.
I'm a
Ouch.
little hurt,
Ooh.
you know?
He had cookies.
He had cookies the whole time. I was sitting next to him
So-
at dinner.
Do you know?
Never
Do you
settled
know? We had
for
to settle
cookies.
for. We had to settle for those not even warm Hilton DoubleTree cookies.
those were awful.
When they said "Welcome
The
to the
guy's like, here's your
DoubleTree,"
warm cookie, and you hold it, and
Yeah.
you're like, this feels stale.
like
Those were hard as a rock.
This is
They weren't warm at
stale
all, dude.
and cold. And
Yeah.
I'm like, where did you pull
They
these
asked
out
me
of?
for a review, and I
Did
said
they?
my warm cookies were not warm.
You did say that. I hope.
No,
you
I
did.
haven't said it yet, but I should.
I think you said warm cookies were not warm
Yeah.
and your water was not cold. I don't want
The water
your
was not cold. I had
don't
warm
want
sparkling
you
water.
had your room temperature sparkling water,
Yeah.
and we had a stale cold cookie. Right?
Everyone
Yeah.
else was nice,
Did
but
not
the-
feel welcomed there.
I don't
But
know
the
if it's a
one guy-
UK thing, but in America, them cookies better be hot and that water better be cold.
Yeah.
I'm going to think the review had more to do with the whole 20 minutes of talking
Oh,
about
I didn't bother
credit card
that.
BS back and
Yeah,
forth.
I
I
didn't
was just
bother
like,
about
brain.
Here we go. We have Op Devil.
Op Devil.
Oh,
Had a used work truck someone bought and brought to us for detailing. Truck appeared to have concrete stuck in the paint. Any tips on removing such a thing safely? Yes and no.
in the paint or just
On the paint. So I used to get these all the time, and I just tell the dudes, sorry, not getting it off, because the alternative is muriatic acid. That's really the only way that you can get and remove concrete from the paint. And I just didn't like it because it made my shop a mess. It burned my concrete. I'd have to make my guys wear masks. It's just too much work.
Yeah.
Too much work for not enough payoff. Because when you tell them,
Exactly.
yeah, I'll do muriatic acid and wash all the concrete off your vehicle, it's going to be another $500.
And they go,
And they go, whoa, I was only going to spend $150 to get the interior cleaned up.
Okay.
Never mind. I thought you could wash it off. No, I can't. But
You
you're
can-
more than
you can
welcome to do
tell
it
'em
yourself.
how it works to do it yourself.
Yeah.
And like, get on
They go,
your
well, we
gear
kind of
and-
wanted to get the truck polished too. Well,
Okay.
I'm not going to polish it until I get all the concrete off of it. So that's going to be $500 additional just to get the concrete off. And then let's talk about other options. Yeah, no, we'll just clean the interior.
Yep.
That was why.
Yeah.
Set the price and tell them what it's going to cost and
Yeah.
see if they get it. But it is muriatic acid. It's what you use to remove concrete. from the paint,
Yeah.
and it's not
It's
fun.
not pleasant. It'll do some damage to the clear a little bit.
Yeah,
Got to make sure you neutralize it.
yeah, it's just not fun. I didn't like using it, didn't want to do it, so I just make it unattainable.
Charge accordingly.
Yeah.
Don't get yourself stuck in a situation where you're just don't do it to yourself.
What's the best product to make my 21 F-150 antimatter blue shine? I've been using O&R. Well, why aren't you
Well, that's how
using
you're cleaning
So
it.
wash
are
it
you
with
putting something on
O&R,
top?
and then maybe you bump it with, I don't know, a little bead maker, a little dream maker. Make the magic happen with that.
The antimatter blue should look really good under that.
What do you think, Kyle?
I was kind of thinking a little ultra coat polish.
Oh, a little UCP 87.
Yeah, a little light polish with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you
that'll
wanna
make
take
it
it a little
pop
further.
a little more. Yeah.
Ridiculous says, TRC fam, I highly recommend anyone thinking about buying a detailed keg to buy one. They're life-changing and almost get me to use APC O&R exclusively. Ooh, that sounds nice. Yeah, no,
good
detail.
use.
We definitely know of detail kegs.
Yes.
We think that they're awesome.
Yep.
It is a purchase, but I mean, for the people that have them, they seem to really like them.
It makes sense for the people who need them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
For those of you that don't have the money for a detail keg, what I used to do was
Buy
just
an IK spray.
buy an IK sprayer. No, but not just an IK sprayer, but you could get a weed sprayer, garden weed sprayer.
Yeah.
Sure.
Get a nice one. I used to buy the ones at Ace Hardware because they had a lifetime warranty. As long as you kept the
Just
box,
keep replacing
Until you
when they
explode.
break.
the box in the seat when they break or they explode, put it back in the box, take it in, say this doesn't work anymore. They'll swap it out for you. So, but that's what I would do and I would put products like that, like an APC in. That's how we went around the shop. Han says, Abin.
I like it like the Jaws theme. Ben. Ben.
That's what Dane screamed. Yeah.
Okay.
Stilly's saying thank you, Hans and TRC crew. Graham says, App Devil, try white vinegar. You can, but it's
It's a lot
probably not
weaker
going to
than
come off that much.
muriatic.
But good idea,
Yeah, it's safer.
Graham. Ron says, welcome back. Thank you, man. Matt, what's the dilution ratio for GSF and the Foam Pro Plus?
34-1.
There you go. So 1 ounce to 34 ounces of water. Mm-hmm. Stilly saying, Kyle, 1C deck question. 1C deck. Your way to clean tough stains off of a C deck, then a recommended protection inspiration FC? What's he? Off of a C deck,
Inspiration
swim deck?
FC.
He's maybe talking on a swim deck?
Maybe if it's
C-Deck
swim
looks
deck.
like a trademark name.
Or is it a
though,
plain
like
thing?
A specific name for a specific version.
FC though. I'm not sure what FC is.
Inspiration for coating?
Well, if we're talking about the C deck, like the texture on a boat,
I think that's what he means. Kind of like how decks
Clean
some are
tough
made out
stains?
of Trek.
yeah, I mean,
Treks.
tough stains on boats are usually like rust and those things.
Yeah.
So I end up using PNSs. PNS, we have a water spot remover. It's an acid, but it usually takes those stains out. But if we're going to use something, I'd probably be going with EnviroClean after that. But I don't. Yes,
He says yes on a boat.
Okay.
C deck. Yeah.
And we're in the last 4 minutes here, but we only got a few questions, so we can go ahead and focus
Perfect.
on these for a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I try like Kyle said, try some of the acid, try EnviroClean, something like that on
Just
there.
a nice brush. You know what would work good is the tire brush from Detail Factory.
Yeah.
I kind of like it's soft enough that it's not going to do
But stiff
damage,
enough.
but stiff enough that it'll get down in each one of those little, whatever you want. Yeah, little grooves. So
Yeah,
they
good
do
idea.
well.
Okay.
Han says any other ice cream combo will work with stroopwafels. Though Mickey D had a stroopwafel McFlurry here in the Netherlands a few years back. I remember that you posted it.
Oh my gosh. Delicious.
JB says I screwed up on the beadmaker application on the windshield. I have major streaks. That's why I'm asking all the related questions. Oh, okay, that makes sense. You let it dry.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, glass cleaner or paint coating surface prep.
Yeah, paint
any of that
coating
stuff.
surface prep should
It'll
be
wipe.
Or if you want to make that glass just start all over again,
Clarity cream.
Clarity Cream, just
Yep.
polish it and start all over.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, Bead Maker on glass is great.
Yeah.
It is.
great.
We have Skyline Racer 13 said, have you had any experience using M105 and 205 with an LHR21? Yes, I have.
Yeah. A lot of.
I mean, it'll do what you need it to do, but I mean, the second you jump to a more premium compound and polish, it's life changing. I mean, those two are like removing
Those ones are elbow
those
grease.
things. Those two
kinda.
are like removing concrete in comparison to what's out there nowadays.
You want
with
to
compounds
see it
and
in
polishes.
action? Go back and look up our one wing challenge and
Yeah.
watch the
Yeah.
guys just like fighting the
They
dog.
like it though. They like that
They
struggle.
really like it.
Well, no, but they use 210. They use 110 100.
No, they used 105 and 210.
They were using 205 in that video.
They used 205 in the 1 wing
105 and
challenge.
205. They
and
love that.
you could
McGuire's.
watch there was some serious force going on there.
Ridiculous says, Levi,
Funny
I tried
video.
using a garden sprayer doing a coating job in the winter, and I broke it on the second
Oh,
use, so I got really mad, lol. The 150 psi blasts a lot off and gets on the surface. Blows of soapy rims. Yeah, that'll get them. That'll get them.
then
Yeah. The hairy housewife saying, I'll have to drop you. Her socials paid. Roscoe's Bakery will make your eyes hungry. Thank you, man.
make
Appreciate
your
it.
eyes hungry. All
Oof.
right.
Excited about that. Skyline Racer saying, okay, thanks.
All right.
Welcome, man.
Well, that pretty much rounds us out unless anybody has any last-minute buzzer-beater questions, comments they want to throw in there. Now's your chance. We have a minute and a half to go. Now it's just a minute. Kyle, anything you want to throw in here? You've been our guest. Any stuff you want to throw out there for people to check out maybe?
No, it's been great. We filmed a little video today about Kyle's Boat and RV store.
Yeah.
Trying to show that off.
Yeah.
Give it some life. We've had it for a while. Just haven't really made a lot of content with it.
It was, and I think it was needed. I think a lot of people don't know what the product is or what it does.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we.
I've done a lot of work in my market promoting it, but really we haven't sent it out to the world yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was good. I had a good time.
Yeah.
We
Nice.
did some test spots on Jody's boat.
Yep.
Jody, I'll show you how to do it, man. We're not finishing the work today.
Graham's got a picture of me and
That's
Anthony
nice.
and himself, and
Yeah.
Dane wasn't there. So.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was filming.
Sorry, Graham. Mike
have
says,
a
I have
job.
one last thing. I'm sorry I missed the show again, but you guys rock, and I hope you really enjoyed the trip. Thanks, Mike. Glad
thanks,
you're back.
Thanks.
Harry Housewife says, what was your favorite part of Waxstock? Honestly, just seeing everybody.
Yeah, it's the people.
Yeah.
Every time, it's the people. Because it's cool. I mean, we get a certain flavor of event and stuff over here, but going there, it's just kind
Totally
of a different
event.
world.
Yeah.
And everybody's priorities are different.
I had the same thing at the SDC. I was jealous of you guys watching everything happening, but it was nice to see people there.
Yeah.
People we haven't seen in a couple
Yeah.
of years.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, both
Same kind of
places,
thing.
we're going somewhere where people tend to have accents, right?
Well,
So
and
it makes
that's,
it fun.
but that's also, it's true. But that's why.
And good food.
Yeah.
But that's
Oh,
why I
yeah, you
say
probably agree.
that's why I always like telling people go to these trade shows, go to these events. I know for some of you detailing it might be a bit of an expense,
Yeah.
but you'll get so much out of it. Specifically mobile tech. A lot of people go, God, I got to go to SEMA. You don't have to go to SEMA. Mobile Tech in January in Orlando is such a great show because it's the perfect recipe. It's 3 days, 1 day training, 2 days trade show. There's enough to see, but enough time for everybody to be able to talk, and you're actually able to talk with the companies that you need to spend the time talking with.
It will definitely set you apart in the industry.
Yep.
And remember, it's not an expense; it's an investment because
right.
Absolutely.
if you are a business, you can write these things off
Yep.
as at continuing education, your flight, hotel, all those things. Go and meet people in the industry. Go learn about the IDA. There's so many benefits to going.
When it charges you, you come back and you're like, man,
Yeah.
okay, all right, I got ideas for my business. Or, man, that was so cool. I didn't realize it's just me and my shop or me and my guys in my shop. Now there's a whole industry, and that really, really brings people to understand it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
the next ones are what? SEMA?
SEMA. Well, we've got Auto Mechanica.
You have Auto Mechanica,
We have Auto
that's right.
Mechanica in
Yeah.
Europe, and then SEMA. So it's going to be a good time. We're really excited
It's
about
a different schedule this year than what we've done in past
Yeah.
years, so it's something a little different we're trying, but we're probably going to incorporate some more of the shows we used to go
Yep.
to the year following.
Cool.
So still he's saying, sorry about how I worded the question on the C deck.
You're good.
So after using EnviroClean, is PNS fabric coating okay to use on C deck?
If you're walking on it, I don't know if
Yeah.
I'd want to put anything on there. Even Beadmaker, I don't put on anywhere I can walk.
Yeah.
I just clean it. You can polish it, but try not to. You'll slip, man.
Yeah.
Even though it's anti-slip, I've done it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we just got the last couple here. So we got Ryan saying, thank you guys. Have a great weekend. I'll stay away from the withdrawals. All right,
There you go,
buddy.
man.
You hang in there. And Hans, to finish us out, meeting people is in person is the best love. Meeting everybody at Waxstock. Agree, Hans, and agree.
Perfect way to end it, Dan.
Yes.
All right. Take
That's
us away.
wonderful. So, obviously, I got to do the spiel, guys. If you're not already subscribed, what are you doing? Come on, subscribe to the Rag Company channel, as well as the Rag Company podcast YouTube channel, and the Rag Company FAQ channel, because that's where you're going to see
where you do
Kyle doing some great little, talking about stuff. So, you wanna
And
check that
Kyle,
out, too.
where do people go watch your show?
Yeah, where do we check out
Well,
yours?
so we got Beadmaker and Coffee on PNS, so PS on our Instagram, and then I'm Extreme Detailing Kyle on Instagram.
There you go.
Thanks, guys.
There you go, guys. All right. Thank you so much. We hope you had a wonderful week, and we hope you have a wonderful weekend. Father's Day weekend coming up. I'm sure everybody's got plans. I mean, cleaning up the car,
I'm
going
excited
to a
to
car
see
show.
what drill I get this year.
Yeah. Well, you know, Augie will
If I
probably
get
find a
one.
use for
We'll
it.
see. Yeah, might do some
All right.
drilling myself.
Might be a little damage. All right, guys. Take care. We'll see you next week on the podcast.
See ya.
See ya.